Okay, thank you, and welcome to Frisco Memorial Stadium for this varsity girls and boys district track meet. And we do have a concession stand that is up and running behind the press box, and they would appreciate your business. Second call for 800-meter run, girls and boys. Second call. 800-meter run, girls and boys. Be sure to get the hip number. First call, 100-meter hurdles, girls. And boys, 110 hurdle. First call. Second call for the 800 runners, girls and boys. We'll be starting here about 5:02. And it is about 4:50. When we start this session 3 with the 4x100-meter relay, we will stay pretty well on schedule on the time-wise to give the athletes amount of rest time between events for these athletes. The top 6 finishers will earn their points for their respective schools, and the top 4 winners will advance to the area meet on April the 16th at Lefford Stadium in Lucas, Texas, hosted by the Lovejoy ISD. Let's be sure to cheer all these athletes on, and good luck to all athletes.
Test.
Okay, here's our first event. 4 by 100 meter relay, varsity girls finals. Lane 1, Centennial. Lane 2, Memorial. Lane 3, Liberty. Lane 4, Heritage. Lane 5, Independence. Lane 6, Lone Star. Lane 7, Wakeman. And Lane 8, Lebanon Trails. That's your lane assignments for the 4 by 100 meter relay girls division. First call, 100 meter dash, girls and boys. First call. Okay, exchange judge. Number 1, you ready? Number 2, and number 3. Okay, we're ready anytime. Quiet around the start, please.
Everyone to our coverage here on the Frisco Sports Network. It is the afternoon block of day 2 of the 2019 Frisco ISD District Track and Field Meet, brought to you by Mascot Media. We're just about getting set to take off the 4 by 100 girls relay, and we're going to run off those lanes for you. In lane 1 is Centennial, lane 2 Memorial, lane 3 Liberty, 4 is in Heritage, 5 Independence, 6 Lone Star, 7 Wakeland, and 8 Lebanon Trail.
And so the 4 teams you want to look at that are sub 50 seconds right now between these 8 teams, you're going to want to focus on Liberty, Heritage, Independence, and Lone Star High School, which are in lane 3, 4, 5, and 6 respectively. And so those in the middle lanes are going to be the ones that you're really going to see are going to blast off near the end with strong anchors. For example, Heritage High School, Mackenzie Cooley, very, very strong anchor for them. And for Independence High School, Mercedes Hall, who's also a dual threat, who also did the, I believe it was the 100-meter dash for the girls in Independence.
Now, we've seen a lot of these athletes participate in field events and track events as they're off. Great start from all these athletes. Reedy's on the far end with Lebanon Trail catching far up behind. They're quickly caught up by Heritage. And the first leg is a good handoff. Lebanon Trail seems to hold their lead. A little shaky handoff there as they're caught up by Independence, and Heritage takes out in front. Here they come on the next transition in turn 3. Heritage gets out to an early lead. They've got about a 10-step lead now on Lebanon Trail and Wakeland. As they turn around, get into the final stretch, it looks like it's going to be all Heritage. They've got a massive lead, and they're going to take it all the way. A solid lead. Heritage going all the way home. It's a fight for second place between 4 schools. Let's see who's going to edge it out. Looks like Centennial is going to come out in second place, and we have a winner. Our standings, Heritage comes in first.
Liberty in second, and then we expect it to be Independence in third, I believe. It's either Independence or Lone Star in third. But we'll come back to the official results. But the clear winner by far, Heritage High School. And it was all about the middle 2 runners that they had, Judith Bedinko and Summer Shepard. Judith Bedinko with a strong burst of speed toward the end of her leg. She was able to pass it off to Summer Shepard very, very quickly and fluidly in order for Summer Shepard to dominate that turn. She did it better than any other runner next to her, and she was able to hand it off to Mackenzie Cooley, who knew that when she had the baton, she knew that she was going to win because she had so far of a lead right there. Heritage, deserved winners. They came in with the shortest time with 48.65 seconds, and they consistently created that difference between these two.
Heritage currently holds the district record in the 4 by 100 meter relay with 46.84. That may have been record chatting. And as we're getting set up for the boys 4 by 100 meter relay, we'd like to welcome you once again to the Frisco Sports Network. My name is Eli Burke. Alongside me, as always, is Peter Chung. Peter, we've seen all these great races, all these great qualifiers yesterday. which event are we going to look forward to the most?
I mean, there's two events I want to look towards, both the hurdles. So the 100-meter hurdles for the girls and the 110-meter hurdles for the boys. You look towards the 100-meter hurdles for the girls. You have an all-star runner in Simone Watkins, right? And she's on track to beat the state record, not just district, but the state record time when it comes to the 100-meter hurdles. So always be very excited for that. She was a full second ahead of her competition in the preliminary heats, but obviously she's going to want to dominate the finals even more. And my second event is the 110-meter hurdles with the Independence High School state champion Terry Smith, who ran 14.06 in the qualifying times.
As they're getting set now, we're going to go through the quick lineup. Reedy, Heritage, Memorial, Lebanon Trail, Wakeland, Independence, Lone Star, and Frisco in each of those lanes. The guys you're really going to want to look out for here are Lebanon Trail and Wakeland. Wakeland has 4 runners, all on the football team, and they get out fast. Bryson Clemens leading the pack on lane 8, trying to catch all, kind of hold up. As he's going to hand off to Blake May, another running back on the Frisco football team.
Second call.
Getting caught up to, though, looks like Lone Star.
Girls.
But here comes Lebanon Trail coming hot to the third turn. Wakeland right behind him. Frisco starting to fall behind. Wakeland starting to burst out to their lead. Lebanon Trail not too far behind either, though. The end of the home stretch, it looks like it's going to be Wakeland, Independence, and Lebanon Trail leading the pack, with Lone Star not too far behind. Memorial's catching up, too. Looks like Lakeland will not be caught, but it is a tight race for second. And it looks like it's going to be 1, 2, 3 to Wakeland, Lebanon Trail, and Independence.
And there, the biggest thing we saw was how fluid the Wakeland runners were together. And maybe that has something to do with them all being on the football team, knowing each other very well. But their handoffs were perfect, and not only that, you can see they had a clear burst of speed that they utilized not only on the football field, but also on the track. And then Lebanon Trail, who's coming in as the favorites, who ran 42.76 seconds in the qualifying heats for finals, they were a bit of a disappointment. They did get second place, which isn't the worst, but obviously their third runner, who was Jordan Hogg, not doing the best as he could on the turn, lagging a bit behind, and so Ronald Owens, their anchor, wasn't able to do as much as he could on the final leg.
Great job to all these athletes. Congratulations to Wakeland Wolverines for taking first place in that relay. Now we're getting set up for the girls' 800-meter relay, the first of our 2 heats. The runners, our 10 runners in this event are Natalie Johnson from Lone Star, Elizabeth O from Reedy, Alejandra Salazar from Independence, Rowan Azab from Heritage, Lillian Goldberg from Lebanon Trail, Emery Wilkerson from Frisco, Michaela Kaiser from Lone Star, Kaylee Edwards from Heritage, Camille Curry from Frisco, and Josephine Ullman from Memorial. This is the first of our 2 heats in the finals, so we will get those times to you after all times are calculated.
Obviously, this is the first leg, so it's not going to be the best runners out of them, but the second leg, the section 2 of finals, is going to be the one that everyone's eyes is going to be on, especially Nisi Kabongo, with a time of 2 minutes and 15 seconds, a full 4 seconds ahead of second place.
This is a half-a-mile race, which will consist of 2 laps around this track, so it's kind of a mix between that sprint in a way and also keeping your pace, not getting too far behind, not getting winded off to the first lap.
Absolutely, and you're going to see a very fast pace, at least in our eyes, but what you can expect is the fact that these runners really are pacing themselves well at that pace in order to ensure that they don't run out of gas at the very end, because that last 100 meters towards the end line is going to be the most important ones most important challenge they face on this run.
Taking a look at the current district and state records for the 800-meter run, we see that Alyssa Duhart from Heritage has a record in Frisco ISD with 2 minutes and 12 seconds, and the state of Texas record for the 800-meter run is held by Aaliyah Miller back in 2016 with a time of 2 minutes and 6 seconds. So there's going to be a lot to catch up on, as our fastest qualifier was 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Third place, Frisco Memorial.
We take a shot at our
Frisco Liberty.
Podium here.
And your district
You
champs,
see
the 4x1 girls.
Memorial takes third, Liberty
Frisco
comes in
Heritage.
second place, and the Heritage Coyotes win the district championship in the 4x100-meter relay. Congratulations to them.
They had a huge lead. They held that lead, and as you can see that they clearly not only had better teamwork, but they also won more, had that competitive drive right there.
Now, once again, we are about to get set for the 800-meter run in our first heat for the girls. Thank you all for watching Frisco Sports Network. This is Eli Burke and Peter Chung bringing you all the action. they're off. Looks like some of the Frisco high runners are going to get off to a pace themselves, while Lone Star takes an early lead. Independence and Heritage follow.
Sixth place Independence, fifth place Wakeland.
Alejandro Salazar, one of the runners we should be looking at, takes second place.
Second place.
But here is Camille Curry, the brother of Kevin Curry, a freshman cross-country star, now takes the front.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your boys, 4x1.
While the girls are running that 800, we're going to take a look at that relay once again. Fourth place, Frisco High Raccoons. Third place, Independence Knights. Second place, Lebanon Trailblazers. And first place, once again, the Wakeland Wolverines. Congratulations to them. Now coming into turn 4, Camille Curry holds that lead with Heritage and Reedy behind her.
42.9, 4x1 champs.
Second place Liberty.
Frisco, Wakeland.
Again, brisk pace by those running the girls in the 800-meter run. But now you see Independence moving up towards the lead.
Looks like that pace is starting to catch up to the other ones. And now Independence, as you said, Alejandra Salazar is now coming in first and leading to the final lap. Heritage and Wakeland behind her. Heading down turn 1, it looks like Frisco has joined the middle pack of about 5 athletes, with the top 3 about 10 steps ahead of our 4th place runner. About a minute and a half has passed. They're going to have to make it some serious ground if they want to touch that district record mark.
It doesn't look like Salazar is going to let up any bit, but we never know. In the last 100, you suddenly lose a bit of strength, and so now we see a bit of an overtake.
You know, as we said, the 800 is a very tough race to run because it's a mix between that sprint of a 400 and the endurance of half a mile. Now Heritage takes the lead here. That is Rawana Zah, qualified with a time of 2:38, and she gets out to that breakaway. Looks like she's going to take this one home if anything doesn't change. Following her is Wakeland and Independence, trying to fight for that second place finish. And here comes that final sprint. Reedy trying to catch up, but it's going to be all Azah as Rawana Zah takes that first place in this heat for the Heritage Coyotes. Second place will go to Independence, and third to Lone Star Michaela's Kaiser.
And the biggest reason as to why we saw Frisco Heritage's Rawan Azab win so dominantly in this 800-meter run was because of the fact that when you look toward the second lap that they had on the first straight on the north side of this track, what we saw was the fact that Rawan Azab very quickly overtook Alejandra Salazar of Independence, and she did a smart thing in the fact that she conserved her strength up until the last lap. You can see Salazar was kind of straining on the first straight of the last lap, and so great job with strategy by Rawan Azab in order to overtake Salazar and dominate this 800-meter run. But this is going to be the most important one. I mean, you have Nisi Kamongo, who's a full 4 seconds ahead of the competition, so she has a cushion that we've seen in the preliminary heats. But the thing is that you have to look at these dark horses. You have Isabella West from Wakeland, Alyssa Duhart from Heritage, Suzanne Ramirez from Liberty, and then Colleen Stegman from Reedy, who are all within 3 seconds of each other. They're all going to be vying for those top 3 spots, and that competitive drive when they're pushing against each other is going to eventually lead them to challenging Nisi Kamongo. So right now, Liberty's Nisi Kamongo, the biggest thing she has to do is to avoid leniency.
Kamongo lines up about 20 meters ahead of the rest on the outside track, so she's going to have to make her way around that extra distance. But going through the runners in this heat, which are going to be some of our faster qualifiers, is Nisi Kamoga from Liberty, Isabella West from Wakeland, Alyssa Duhart from Heritage, Suzanne Ramirez from Liberty, Colleen Stegman from Reedy, Erin O'Brien from Memorial, Grace Easley from Centennial, Katie Byrne from Wakeland, Jada Williams from Liberty, Heidi Gallagher from Reedy, Ashley Deleski from Wakeland, and Morgan Hagedorn from Independence. So it's going to be a great race here. See if they can catch Azab's time of 2:38.
It actually looks like the far left one is going to be Nisi Kamongo, and the far right one is Suzanne Ramirez. There's 2 Liberty High School kids in the first. So Nisi Kamongo on the far left.
And they're off. Kamongo getting to that early start. Hagedorn leading the pack of the inner racers, with Colleen Stegman now taking the lead of them. But it looks like Kamongo is going to try to command this from the entire start to finish. No slowing down for her.
And you see, because they had so many runners that always wanted to stay on the inside, what they did was split them up 4 and 4, where you are 4 and I believe it was 4 and 8. So you're gonna have 4 people on the outside, and they have to stay on the outside throughout the whole first turn, just because they have to make it fair because they have that lead above the other racers.
Also to prevent anyone from bumping into each other.
And that was the main reason as to why.
And here comes Kabongo leading the pack coming down the first home stretch of 2. Behind her is Suzanne Ramirez, her Liberty counterpart. And from Independence, Morgan Hagedorn. On the final lap of these two, it looks like Kabongo might not be caught here. About 1:10 in our race so far. It's going to be very close to the finish now because second place is just narrowing that gap along with third, fourth, and fifth. So that podium's going to be very tough to fill now.
And Morgan Hagedorn from Independence, a dark horse. She had the slow out of all the runners on this final heat. She had the slowest time, so her being second is very surprising. But she's closely followed by Isabella West of Wakeland.
Now these results will also have to go back into the results of the first heat. So there could be a chance where you finish second in this heat, but also be cut off by Rowana Zott. Here they come into turn 4, heading into the final home stretch. Nissi Kabongo coming into those final 100 meters. Behind her is Colleen Stegman, trailed by Isabella West from Wakeland. So it looks like that might be your podium here. Stegman's slowly catching up to Kabongo here. Will it be enough? Does she have enough time to get to her before that finish line?
And
very close.
Oh, that was closer than expected. Nissi Kabongo, you could tell she was tiring at the very end. But it's going to be first place Kabongo, second place Stegman, third place from Wakeland, Isabella West. But you can see that Stegman really wanted to reach Nissi Kabongo, and she was very close. You can see at the end she stuck out her chest in order to get past the finish line a bit closer, but I don't think she did enough to beat Kabongo. I think Kabongo secured that first place spot, and then Stegman was a close second. Isabella West was third.
The endless determination by Stegman might have been enough. We'll have to find out after all the time's been in. But here's the results of the 4x1 for the boys. Wakeland, as we said, coming in first with a 43.02. Lebanon Trail with 42.76. Independence with 43.76. Frisco with a 44.42. That's what we saw on our podium. Memorial, Lone Star, Reedy, and Heritage rounding out those bottom 8.
Actually, I think Lebanon Trail had a 43.76 rather than 42. Now, the big runners to see out on this first heat for the boys is going to be Chris Thomas from Wakeland, Stephen Barker from Centennial, and then Quentin Foran by Independence.
Now, here's the results from our 4x1 girls. Was our first race this afternoon. Heritage took that with a 48.02. Then Liberty with a 49.67, Lone Star with a 49.83, and then Memorial, Wakeland, Independent, Centennial, and Lebanon Trail rounding that out, where our top 6 finishers on the screen there will be receiving points for their schools. Once again, in individual events, 10 points goes to the first place finisher, then 8 points for second, 6 points for third, 4 points for fourth, 2 points for fifth, and 1 point for sixth. But I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that in a relay, your points are doubled. It's going to be interesting to see how these add out because Heritage has shown their dominance in both, but it has been very close with Reedy in the men's track events. And after, we will have some time to recap some of our field events from this morning, including the high jump, triple jump, and discus throw. But here is the first boys heat of the 800, led by Chris Thomas of Wakeland, Stephen Barker from Centennial, Quentin Foran from Independence, and Edward Coe from Independence, Brock Barker from Memorial, Luke Castaneda from Lone Star, as well as Anna Bohannon from Lone Star, Sanat Kumar from Lebanon Trail, and Abhinav Bondi from Memorial as they get around to their back end of the straightaway. It looks like Centennial has an early lead. With Independence slowly behind them, Edward Coe and Quentin Foran.
Actually looks like Chris Thomas is the lead right now, Centennial being third with Quentin Ford, or Centennial being third with Stephen Parker and Quentin Ford from Independence is second place right now. But great job by Centennial overtaking to get into second place on that first turn.
Sitting in fourth right now is Sanat Kumar of Lebanon Trail. He did not have a seed time, so we're going to see how he qualifies here. But here comes down that first straightaway, the the first home stretch. Looks like we have almost a line coming into that first place with Wakeland, Centennial, and Independence.
And there you see Chris Barker putting on a burst, or Stephen Barker putting on a burst of speed for Centennial. He's getting first place right now on this last lap. We'll see if that extra effort on this first lap will come back to bite him. Wakeland catching up again and overtaking him on that turn.
Barker and Thomas have seriously distinguished themselves from the rest of the field. Packs are being made in the back, in the middle, but it looks like we might see a 1-2, maybe a few switches there and there, depending on the endurance of these runners. But if everything stands up right now, we will see Centennial, Wakeland, and Independence in your podium. About a minute and a half has passed now. Once again, the state record for the 800 boys race is a minute and 48 seconds. But it doesn't look like they'll get to that state record. The district record is a minute 54, so there might be a shot there as they come around that final turn. It's going to come close, though.
And you see on the Section 2 of finals, Marcus Freeman of Frisco Heritage had a time of 1 minute 56 seconds qualifying. They're past that time, and we'll see how well they do. It's Wakeland first, Independence second, and Centennial third. 11 on trail catching up.
Chris Thomas qualified here with a 2:10 to run in this first heat, and he takes it with Independence following and Centennial coming in third. But our second heat of the two comes with a lot of our faster runners, some with qualifying times of a minute 56, ranging to 2:09.
I actually think 11 on trail caught up to Centennial. 11 on trail is runner Sumat Kumar, yes. He did a great job of catching up at the very end, making sure that Stephen Barker of Centennial wasn't really comfortable in this position. And I think just slightly he might have been able to get to where Stephen Barker was to grab that third position, but the clear 1-2 was Chris Thomas from Wakeland and then Quentin Ford from Independence.
Congratulations to Chris Thomas of Wakeland. But now as we get set for our second heat of the boys 800, our runners are Marcus Freeman of Heritage alongside Dylan Evans of Heritage, Bryson Wyatt of Liberty, Joshua Hinckley of Independence, Steve Austin from Lone Star, Jason Ferguson from Liberty, Keaton Kirk from Frisco High School, Chris Colley from Wakeland, Kenneth Greer and Keaton Rainey from Reedy, Soham Patil from Heritage, Jotham Asmaram from Memorial, Kendall Woolley from Liberty, and Mark Whittle and Yuval Marone from Centennial High School.
And yeah, I think the biggest thing is the fact that when you look towards the top four runners, Marcus Freeman, Dylan Evans, Bryson Watt, and Joshua Hinckley, two of those are Heritage High School runners, and they had the top two times. And then you talked about how the district record time was a minute 54. Marcus Freeman's time during qualifying for finals was a minute 56.22. So he has a very, very legitimate shot of getting to that district record time and making it his own.
Freeman and Evans line up on the front side on the far left. But while we're waiting for this race to start, I'd like to recap the girls' high njump, which happened this morning. Nisi Kabongo from Liberty, a runner and a jumper now, jumped over 5'8" mark to win 10 points for the Red Hawks, followed by Madeline Spencer from Wakeland, jumping 5 feet on her first attempt. And Lexi Gwynn from Frisco rounds out the podium with 6 points on her first attempt, jumping 5 feet with 2 prior fails before that. And they're off now. Marcus Freeman takes the early lead.
There we see Heritage's two runners continue that lead. Mark Whittle from Centennial catching up a bit, but there you see Marcus Freeman of Heritage having a big lead. Obviously, he wants to break that district record time, maybe even the state record. But Dylan Evans is a bit behind, quickly followed by Bryson Watt of Liberty, and then Joshua Hinckley of Independence. And again, you see Heritage's two runners dominating the field right now.
One guy I like to keep my eye on, although he's near the back of the pack right now, is Keaton Kirk from Frisco High School. He is a very consistent and steady runner as he starts to work his way up the field. And as he takes a stumble there, but if he can keep his composure, stay on his feet, get through, he can end up earning points for Frisco High School, which they desperately need.
Again, top four, Marcus Freeman, Dylan Evans, Bryson Watt, Joshua Hinckley. And the top four follow the order of the preliminary rounds. They had the 4 fastest times, and they're the fastest in that order right now in this position.
As the bell is run after a 1 minute lap, it is Freeman, Evans, and
Watt and Hinckley. But there you see Hinckley from Independence being overtaken by, it looks like, Liberty High School's Jocelyn Ferguson. So Jocelyn Ferguson trying to catch up, but It looks like clear top 3 right now. Marcus Freeman from Heritage High School has 23 seconds left to tie his preliminary qualifying record, and then 16 seconds left to get to the district record time.
His school record is also 154, so let's see if he can get it as he heads it to his final 100.
He has less than 5 seconds left.
The eye is on the clock for him as he gets down to about his final 30 meters. Will it be enough?
It doesn't look like he'll be able to beat the district record time.
But he has a commanding first place finish into this heat, followed by his counterpart Evans and Bryson Wyatt finishing in 3rd place. Heritage once again showing their dominance, showing on the podium in multiple occasions as we now cut to our podium for the girls 800.
There we saw Heritage's 2 runners show exactly why they're the top 2 seeds in this event, but strong showing by Jocelyn Ferguson, who overtook Joshua Hinckley from Independence to give Lebanon Trail a 4th place finish, and then Bryson Wall obviously is the 3rd place finisher right now. So Lebanon Trail possibly getting a 3rd and 4th place finish, but look at the podium right now. That's going to be the girls' 800-meter run.
Congratulations to Nisi Kabongo winning the girls' 800-meter run, followed by Colleen Stegman from Reedy. So it looks like her last-minute effort wasn't just quite enough, but she still takes 2nd. And Isabella West from Wakeland gets 3rd. And Aaron O'Brien, the 6th seed in the 2nd heat, will hold on to that 4th place spot, so get points for the Warriors.
And this is what we've all been waiting for. The girls' 100-meter hurdles with Simone Watkins. Can she beat the time of? Can she beat the state record time? Her qualifying time was 15 seconds, or 15.27 seconds. She's obviously going to beat that, and so let's see what happens for her.
And as we said, the eye is on the clock for Simone Watkins, currently holding the Frisco High School record with a time of 14 seconds, and the district record for the 100-meter hurdles also held by her with that same time of 14:05. But the eye is on the clock for the state record held by Alexis Duncan of DeSoto back in 2016 with 13:22. So it's a lot for her to make up, but it could be something she might be able to do.
And she has the ability. I mean, we've seen her time and time again get a better time at meet after meet, and so that's what she's going to be looking towards right here. The hurdles, the most trickiest part is jumping over the actual hurdles. It sounds pretty simple, but the thing is that once if you hit the hurdles or topple it over, what ends up happening is that you lose points and get deducted points.
You'll see her line up in lane 4. Surrounding her is Lauren Thompson from Frisco High School, Olivia Sward from Wakeland, Michaela Johnson from Lebanon Trail, Sloan Wagner from Lone Star, Jada Sleet from Reedy, Kayla Johnson from Memorial, and Madeline Frick from Reedy.
So her best time for the district at least was 14.05. She needs to improve her time by around 9/10 of a second. That sounds it sounds like a short amount of time, but to them it's going to be a very, very long time to catch up. But we can see if Simone Watkins has the ability to do that. There you see the boys lining up right behind them.
She's been training her entire high school career for a moment like this, running at state, running every day back at Frisco High School, and this is where it will all pay off. Can she break that record?
I think the biggest thing when it comes to hurdles is the fact that you have to start off with good momentum. Because if you don't start off with a strong momentum, you end up not being able to pick up the speed to get over these hurdles at the very end when you when your legs start tiring. But let's look towards the podium for the 800-meter hurdle or 800-meter run for the boys.
And the finishers there: 1st place, Marcus Freeman from Heritage High School. 2nd place, Dylan Evans, also from Heritage, and Bryson Wyatt from Liberty holds on to 3rd, with Steve Austin from Lone Star taking in 4th place.
Obviously, once again, if you're going to watch the 100-meter hurdles, focus on Simone Watkins, who's the star. There might be a dark horse when it comes to Sloan Wagner, who got 16.18 seconds, but still, it's nearly a full second behind Simone Watkins. She's the heavy favorite, as she should be, but all eyes are on the state record and whether or not she can topple that.
Now, an event like the hurdle, it's going to be such a technique-driven event with every step counting, not tripping over any hurdles, no penalties, no tripping over your any opponents, over your blocks, getting across every single step is crucial to this record-breaking potential run.
Again, lane 4, Simone Watkins from Frisco High School.
She's in the blue and yellow. And they're off a great start from Watkins as she's in the middle, bounding over the hurdles.
And she's the clear number 1 right now.
About a full hurdle's length between the rest. The eye is on the clock. Will it be enough?
It doesn't look like it's going to be enough to get the state record. She finished a little under 15 seconds.
But it will be a commanding first place finish. Great job to her. Everyone's proud of her and all of her achievements. We'll take a look at the official times once the graphic comes up and our podium is announced. But while we're waiting for that, here comes the boys 110-meter hurdles, head by another one of our favorite guys to look at.
Terry Smith. I mean, focus on him just because of the fact that he is the state champion. But not only that, he had a time of 15.39 seconds for the 110-meter hurdles. The state record time for that was 13.34, and the district record time for the 110-meter hurdles is held by him with 13.86 seconds. He obviously wants to beat his own record. We'll see if he can do that right now.
And the winner of the boys 800-meter run goes to Freeman of Heritage, 156.90.
All right. We have a silent report from Olivia Howell of Frisco Sports Network. Olivia, what you got down there?
Alright, we had a bit of technical difficulties from Olivia Howell on her end, so we'll continue with our coverage over the 110-meter hurdles for the boys. Again, Terry Smith is the one you want to watch. 15.39 seconds during his time for qualifying, but he's also the state record holder for the district record holder, again with a time of 13.86 seconds. He's around 1.5 seconds behind his district record time, but obviously I talked to him before. He said he had a bit of a groin problem, so we'll see how that affects him. Close finishers next to him. The only really big one is going to be Jacob Talley from Heritage High School, who had 15.65 seconds.
Now for the boys 110-meter hurdles, the state record is 13.34, just about half a second under, and great start from Talley. And here they come, leaping over. Talley coming right behind him.
Terry Smith dominating.
Taking that commanding lead. It's going to be just about 15 seconds with Jacob Talley right behind him.
Again,
great job to them. It's going to be tight for that third place finish, though.
It does not look like Terry Smith's groin problem that he talked to me about before had a real issue. So obviously we see that Terry Smith getting that first place, Talley with a second place. Good for him, clinching the division once again from last year. So let's go over let's recap some of the events that happened yesterday as well and this morning. So when it comes to the boys long jump for varsity, we had Torrin Pittman getting first place from Lone Star High School, Evan Stewart from Liberty getting second place, Darius Blackman from Reedy High School getting third place, and then Jaden Holgado from Centennial getting fourth place. But let's look at the podium right there. That's going to be for the girls 100-meter hurdles. First place, obviously, Simone Watkins, who dominated the field, but second place is going to, it looks like Sloan Wagner from Lone Star High School, and then third place from Wakeland High School, Olivia Sward. Good for her. She was in lane 2, who had a time of 16.63 seconds. She beat out Lebanon Trails Michaela Johnson, who got 16.5 seconds in her qualifying round. But again, Simone Watkins' story here. She did not achieve the state record, but she did get first place at this district meet, so she's going to move on to area, feeling really good about her chances to go to state as well. But up next, it looks like we're going to be having the 100-meter dash by the girls, followed by the boys 100-meter dash. The big ones you have to look towards are the fact that you have Sonia Ford from Liberty High School with 12.27 seconds, which is absolutely insane, but she's closely followed by Brianna Johnson of Memorial High School, 12.4 seconds, and then with 12.5 seconds, Wakeland from Presley Money from Wakeland High School. But let's look towards the 800-meter run from the boys. Let's look at the times. Marcus Freeman getting first place, 1 minute 56.9 seconds. Dylan Evans with 1 minute 58.6 seconds. 1 minute 59.21 seconds goes to Bryson Watt to round out the top 3. Heritage High School getting first and second place, again garnering some points for them in the team standings. And then the rest of the times are Independence High School C. Boston with 1 minute 59.39 seconds, followed by Jocelyn Ferguson with 1 minute 59.44 seconds. And then finally the last 3 are Joshua Hinckley, Saban Patil, and Keaton Kirk from Independence Heritage. And then finally it was Keaton Kirk was the Frisco High School's last runner.
Congratulations to Marcus Freeman once again of Heritage and his counterpart Dylan Evans. Coyotes once again holding their lead as we are getting set up for the 100-meter dash.
For the boys, for the girls, and then the boys.
The girls runners in the 100 are Noah Swan from Heritage, Maya Bell from Independence, Presley Money from Wakeland, Sonia Ford, a name we've said a lot these past couple days, from Liberty, Brianna Johnson from Memorial, Mackenzie Cooley from Heritage, along with Judith Bediaka from Heritage, and Gabrielle Miller rounds that out in lane 8 from Lone Star. The fastest qualifier there was Sonia Ford with a time of 12:27. The state record for the 100-meter dash for the girls is held by Victoria Jordan from Fort Worth Dunbar back in 2008 with a time of 11:16.
And the state record for the 100-meter girls, or the 800-meter girls, the times is Nisi Kabongo in first place with 2 minutes 14.2 seconds. Second place is Colleen Stegman, very close with 2 minutes 14.22 seconds. Isabella West in third place from Wakeland High School with 2 minutes 16.37 seconds, and then the rest is filled out by Erin O'Brien from Memorial, Suzanne Ramirez from Liberty, Alyssa Duhart from Heritage, Grace Easley from Centennial, and then finally Kaylee Edwards from Heritage High School who had a time of 2 minutes and 28.67 seconds. Again, the district record time for the 100-meter girls is held cohesively by Alyssa Gridiron and Ikono from Frisco High School. And then from the 100-meter boys, Kene Nwangu and Daniel Leske from Heritage High School and Liberty High School, respectively, both had a time of 10.54 seconds. You're not going to expect those kind of times in this district meet, but those are the times to watch out for if you're listening right now.
As our girls runners once again getting set up to the mark for the 100-meter dash, all eyes will be on Sonia Ford and Nate. We've said countless times this week, and through the preparation of this, through the endless training she has done over at Liberty High School, will it all pay off in what is my personal favorite event in the entire track and field events? Welcome back, everyone, to our coverage here in the Frisco Sports Network of the 2019 Frisco ISD Track and Field Meet, powered by Mascot Media. I'm Eli Berg. Alongside me, as always, is Peter Chung. We have a lot great more events set up for you, but here is the 100-meter dash. Following that will be the boys 100-meter dash, then the 4x2 relay, then the 400-meter dash, and the 300-meter hurdle. So a lot of exciting events to come up where we will get to see Simone Watkins run once again.
But for the girls 100-meter dash, Sonia Ford is the one you're going to be looking out for. She's the one that has been very, very strong when it comes to the 100-meter dash, as well as some other track and field events. So she's a very good all-arounder, but right now she's focused on the 100-meter dash and getting first place in this.
Looks like we're waiting for everyone to get set. Our girls race will begin in momentarily. So while we're waiting, why don't we recap another one of our events from this morning? So let's talk about the discus for the boys and girls. Let's start with the boys. Taking in first place is Nathan Anderson from Reedy High School with a distance of 142 feet, 6 1/4 inches, taking 10 points for the Lions, followed by Josh Birch from Liberty.
Let's look towards the podium right now. This is going to be for the 10-meter hurdles for the boys. That's going to be first place from Independence High School, Terry Smith, who's the state champion, a reigning state champion. Second place is going to be going to
Jacob Talley.
And then third place from Wakeland High School, it is
Trevor Perks. Now let's take a look at our 100-meter hurdles. First, as usual, will be Simone Watkins from Frisco High School running a 15:17, followed by Sloan Wagner with a 16 flat, Olivia Sward from Wakeland with a 16:21, then Jada Sleet at 16:55. Michaela Johnson running a 16:72 comes in 5th. Kayla Johnson comes in 6th from Memorial with a 16:76. Lauren Thompson, also from Frisco, gets 17:61. And Madeline Frick from Reedy High School rounds it out with an 18:10. Congratulations to Simone Watkins. So now back to the boys discus throw. We've had Nathan Anderson in first place, Josh Birch in second, and Prince Ugo from Liberty High School getting a 129 4-inch throw, getting 6 points for the Red Hawks as well, followed by Will Harbor from Reedy throwing 124 3 inches for 4 points. Alex Lara from Wakeland throwing 121 4 inches for 2 points, followed by James Ogbedi from Centennial for 1 point with a distance of 120 feet 2 inches.
James Ogbede is the brother of John Ogbede, who was the 5th place finisher in the shot put. So you had those twin brothers right there showing good promise when it comes to their discus and shot putting abilities.
Now on the girls' side, we covered that this morning. Caitlin Brown from Wakeland, shocking us all, being that dark horse, upsetting the favorite Precious Aguaga, who came in second. Caitlin Brown with a distance of 108 8.5 inches for 10 points for the Wolverines, followed by Precious Aguaga from Heritage, and Nyla Brown, also from Heritage, throwing about 108 6 inches respectively for both of them, getting 14 points, which is very big, almost doubling Wakeland's current points total. Then Caitlin Holmes from Independence, throwing 104 feet 7 inches for 4 points. Then Rachel Blake from Centennial and Alyssa Green from Reedy round that out.
And none of those distances really hit the district record, at least. Both were held by Frisco High School. Ubani from Frisco High School had a distance of 150 feet and 2 inches, which is
impressive.
Very, very impressive. And then Matt Lepsis from Frisco High School had a distance of 204 feet 6 inches for the boys discus throw. Obviously, neither of those events today held up to those district record standards, but still very, very strong showings by Nathan Anderson of Reedy, and then also, was it Prince Agualu who got second place? Yeah.
So we still have a few minutes until the girls' late on our schedule. We have that starting at 6:05. So while we are waiting, we will go through the rest of our schedule for this afternoon. So after the girls 100 will be the boys 100-meter dash
At 5:50.
with our top runner there is Thomas Donnelly. And now the girls are taking their marks. So Thomas Donnelly who we'll see momentarily from Lebanon Trail, running 10:89 in the qualifiers to come here.
Again, Simone Watkins in lane 4. She's going to be the one you want to keep your eye on for this 100-meter dash.
It's actually Sonia Ford in lane 4.
Oh, Sonia Ford, my bad.
It's all going to be about the start and those final strides for them. Stretching all the way is going to be very crucial in this race. And they're off. Great start on the ends from the Heritage athletes. It's going to be a tough race for Ford as she comes out in fourth. Comes out fourth in the first. Now here comes Independence behind her. It's going to be a tight race for third between Heritage and Lone Star. It's going to be tough, but congratulations to Sonia Ford winning the girls 100-meter dash.
Strong showing by her. She had a relatively slow start compared to the Heritage girls, but she did make up for it with her follow-through. I mean, you saw her go all the way and stretch out her long legs in order to get to the finish line before the others, and she had a strong time. I don't think it was as strong as she had previously in the district meet, but this is going to be better than her previous qualifying record when it came to the preliminary rounds.
Now let's take a look at our 110-meter hurdles. Terry Smith taking first place with a time of 15:18. Not too far behind him, though, is Jacob Talley from Heritage, the junior, running a 15:49. Trevor Perkins from Wakeland gets a 16:23, comes in third, followed by Nicholas Porter from Heritage and Chinoso Arinze from Lebanon Trail, running 16:45 and 16:48. And then Hayden McFarland and Ryan Roch will round that out from Heritage and Lone Star with times of 18:41 and 18:51. Just congratulations to Terry Smith for winning the 110-meter boys hurdles.
Now, up next, the boys 100-meter dash. In lane 1, Kevin Reichel. Lane 2, Cade Starnes. Lane 3, Chris Stevenson. Lane 4, Thomas Donnelly. Lane 5, Kevin Burrell. Lane 6, Ridge Tejada. Lane 7, Cannon Roeder. And lane 8, Ronald Owens. What we see here is the fact that 3 of these are Woodland, and they were all on the 4x100-meter team that won the 4x100-meter relay. And so that's where you're going to see maybe a bit of competition between them now that the relay is over.
Now that all 3 Wakeland athletes were also playing football not too long ago, back in the fall. Kevin Reichel was a receiver, Cade Starnes was their star running back, and Cannon Roeder also ran the defense with a receiver job as well. But our eyes are definitely on Thomas Donnelly in lane 4 from Lebanon Trail, qualified with a 10:89. The next qualifier was 11:10 from Kevin Burrell next to him from Heritage, so it's going to be very close between them.
And also look towards Ridge Tejada. I mean, both of his brothers right now are in the NFL, so he has very good bloodline right there.
Knows how to get that power off. But another guy we should be looking at is Ronald Owens in lane 8, one of the qualifying high jumpers, nearly finishing in first place this morning.
It looks like lane 5 is empty next to Thomas Donnelly.
That is Kevin Burrell's spot, the second place finisher, so it's going to be tough to see who else can catch Donnelly. And they're off. Looks like Donnelly got a good start, but in lane 6 is Rich Tejada getting a good go too, fighting for second, now third, as Donnelly gets a commanding first place finish. Very impressive for him.
And then 2 Centennial kids, Chris Stevenson and Ridge Tejada, getting second and third respectively. I mean, strong showing by Centennial in the least by getting the second and third place to help their team right there. But Thomas Donnelly, the clear winner for the 100-meter dash.
It's actually very beneficial for the Centennial Titans, as finishing second and third accumulates some more points than finishing in first place, so they will move up in team rankings.
Absolutely, and Ridge Tejada, as we said, both of his brothers in the NFL right now, and so you're going to see that he has that kind of competitive drive that they do as well.
And while we are waiting for podiums and our graphics to be settled, we have an on-air update down on the field with Olivia Howell, with our winner of the 110-meter hurdles, Terry Smith.
Thanks, y'all. So now I'm here with Terry Smith from Independence, who just won the 110-meter hurdles with a time of 5:18. And so last year you went to state. What have you been doing this year to prepare yourself for districts to get to where you were last year?
I've just been working on like foot speed stuff and turnover speed over the hurdle to get down faster. It's faster, I guess.
Yeah, and so then
Next event will be the 4x200-meter relay.
how does it feel, being district champ and really just knowing that you did as best as you could?
Feels pretty good. Have a medal.
Awesome. Thank you, and great job out there.
Thank you so much, Olivia, for that, and congratulations to
Terry
Terry
Smith.
Smith once again. And now we are about to get set up for the girls 4x200 meter relay, or the 800 meter relay. And our teams in that will be Lebanon Trail, Frisco High School, Heritage, Reedy, Wakeland, Lone Star, Liberty, and Memorial. So it's going to be very star-studded here today.
Especially towards Frisco Reedy High School, just because our very own Brianna Brown is going to be part of that team, running on that team, running for the Reedy Lions on this track right now.
She'll be running in the third leg of the girls' relay, who led them to a first place overall finish at the end of our day yesterday. Let's see if she can deliver for the Lions once again. But looking at our district and state records, the district record is held by Heritage High School with a minute 39.91. Very impressive for them. It's going to be a tough score to beat, but for the state of Texas record, it is held
It looks like we don't have the state record with us right now, but obviously when we look towards the Reedy Lions, they had the best time qualifying with 1 minute 44.66 seconds. Not very close to the district record, but still good enough to get them that first seed and in lane 4. Then you also look towards Heritage High School, who had 1 minute 45.97 seconds, and then they're the third seed. Wakeland High School was actually the second seed in lane 5 with 1 minute 45.9 seconds qualifying. If you want to look towards a dark horse, look towards Frisco High School with 1 minute 48.2 seconds. They're also going to be very, very dangerous when it comes to the 4x200 meter relay. They have some strong runners in there when we're looking towards the Frisco Raccoons. They have Faith Nazi, Lauren Thompson, Daja Dickerson, and Anna Williams, who are all very strong. I know Faith Nazi was a dual event person who was also in the 100 meter dash, I believe, for the not 100 meter dash.
triple jump this morning.
Triple jump this morning, yes.
And going back to our very own Brianna Brown, she currently holds the she is currently part of the Reedy 4x200 school record with a time of 1 minute 47.39. So it's going to be, let's see if she can deliver here once again with a new team.
And it looks like they're going to be beating that Reedy record just because their record qualifying going in was 1 minute 44.66. So they have a very, very good chance of that.
Brown also holds the record at Reedy for the 400 meter with a time of just under 1 minute.
And you'll expect that we should be starting at 6:05 for the 800 relay, so that's going to be around 13 minutes left until that happens. But until then, we'll make sure to keep you up to date with not only the 800 meter relay for the boys and girls, but also some other events that happened this morning and yesterday as well. I'm Peter Chung.
And I'm Eli Burke. Thanks for watching.
First call for girls.
Here's the results of the 100 meter dash for the girls. Coming in first, Sonia Ford with a 12:16. Brianna Johnson following her with a 12:37. Presley Money from Wakeland with a 12:69. Lone Stars, Gabrielle Miller comes in fourth, followed by Heritages, having 3 athletes in that bottom pack. Not as great as they would like to expect. Judith Bediaco, Mackenzie Cooley, and Noah Swan. And in the middle of them is Maya Bell from Independence High School with a 12:73.
the podium for the girls 100-meter dash. In first place from Liberty High School, Sonia Ford. Then we have in second place from Memorial High School, Brianna Johnson. And finally in third place from Wakeland High School, Presley Money. They were the top 3 seeds going in, and they got the top 3 spots. Congratulations to Sonia Ford from Liberty High School.
As we just saw on the graphic earlier, we had their official times. Congratulations to Sonia Ford of Liberty, getting them back into that race, attempting to catch Heritage Coyotes. And here are the results from the boys 100-meter dash graph. From the boys, the dash. In first place from Lebanon Trails, Thomas Donley, as we expected, with a time of 10:85. Unbelievable time from him. Followed by Centennials, Chris Stevenson and Reg Tejada with 11:17, 11:38. Then 3 Wakeland runners in a row. Their football team, their relay team, Cade Starts, Kevin Reichel, and Cannon Roeder with 11:42, 11:44, and 11:54. And finally is Ronald Owens, the high jumper from Lebanon Trail, with a time of 11:63. That time of 10:85 appears to be good enough for a Lebanon Trail record. It's actually not quite enough, but he already holds his own record anyway with a time of 10:61. The district record for 100-meter boys is a 10:54, while the state of Texas holds 10 minutes, 10.15 seconds.
And there we see the boys 100-meter dash runners getting onto the podium. First place, obviously, just as we talked about, Thomas Donnelly with a great time. And first place, we have Thomas Donnelly from Lebanon Trail High School. Second place, Rich Tejada, or Chris Stevenson from Centennial. Third place, Rich Tejada from Centennial High School. Obviously, we had the second seed from this Kevin Burrell of Heritage High School not show up for the race. We're not completely sure as to why, but that allowed for Rich Tejada to get a podium spot. Very good for him to be able to move on to regionals right there.
Congratulations to Centennial grabbing 2, but a big congratulations to Lebanon Trails, Thomas Donley taking that top spot as he normally does. The blocks are set for the 4x200 meter relay.
Now let's look at some of the more important, quick teams for the 4x200 meter relay for the girls. First up, Frisco Reedy. Running first is going to be Alexia Quevedo. Second, Thalia Wilson. Third, our very own Brianna Brown. And the anchor, Madison Jeffries for Reedy High School. Then Wakeland High School is also going to be the second seed, who had a time of 1 minute 45.9 seconds in the preliminary rounds. So running first for them is going to be Kira Trailer. Second, Presley Money. Third, Victoria Altieri. And fourth, Jessica Hanshaw.
No, I got married and I had a baby.
And then the third seed that we're going to look at is going to be Frisco Heritage High School. In lane one, the first runner is Judith Bediaco. Second, Caitlin Bradford. Third, Shalexia Oldham. And then finally, their anchor is going to be Noah Swan from Heritage High School.
Congratulations. .org. Does he? While we were in that small bit of absence, our runners are now taking the track. Brianna Brown leading the Reedy Lions. She will be running the third leg of the 4x2 relay.
Girls division.
Again, the main thing with the 4x200 meter relay is that it's not like the 100-meter relay where you could full-on sprint the whole time. They have to be running the whole time as well. But if they exhaust themselves too much, the handoff's going to be sloppy, and then overall their team's going to perform their team's going to underperform. So the main thing is that you have to be fresh at the very end in order to give it to not only your anchor but also to the next person, so that your handoff is actually clean and concise, and we see some good progress by both of them.
Now it is important that the 200 to note that the 200-meter run without the relay is still considered a sprint. So although it is a twice as long distance, those runners need to know that their endurance is key in a situation like this, especially holding a spot in this relay where handoffs are also going to be big. In the 4x100, we saw a little bit of a stumble on the outside, which could have cost that team the race. So every step, every movement of the hand will matter severely in this race.
Our very own Brianna Brown, once again, the third runner for the Reedy Lions. She's going to be going and dealing with the turn and the straight for the final leg.
Now, once again, our teams participating in the girls 4x200 meter relay or the 800 meter relay are Lebanon Trail, Frisco High School, Heritage, the time-wise favorite Reedy, Wakeland, Lone Star, Liberty, and Memorial will be in lane 8, almost the entire turn away the head. We'll be back to you right before the start of the race. Thank you for watching the Frisco Sports Network. I'm Eli Burke, joined by Peter Chung.
And we're back for the girls 4x200 meter relay right now. They're getting set up. It's going to be only moments until they start and get this 4x200 meter relay finals started. Again, the favorites are Reedy High School, who are in lane 4. And they're off.
Great start from Frisco and Reedy in lanes 2 and 4 respectively, trying to catch up to the furthest outside Memorial because they had that outside track. They got the furthest point ahead, but coming up into second, we see in lane 6, Lone Star catching up to Liberty, about to pass in the first 200, which is something not very much seen well often because each runner is normally in their own area. But here comes the first handoff. Seems to go seamlessly for the Raccoons of Frisco High School as they take off. But here comes Reedy slowly catching up. Memorial still holding a lead. Slightly shocking. Lone Star in second. Liberty currently in third. Here comes Wakeland now. Heading into the second handoff where we will see Brianna Brown take it. Reedy currently holding a 6th out of 8th right now.
Reedy lacking far behind. Brianna Brown has a lot of work up to her.
And here she goes off the handoff, and she's got a lot of ground to make up. It looks like she's making well time with Frisco right behind her. It looks like that Lone Star is now taking the lead with Memorial starting to drop back, but Heritage starting to come up, followed by Wakeland.
Great job by Brianna Brown overtaking Liberty High School. They're about to overtake. It seems like it's going to be Memorial High School as well in the far lane. Brianna Brown doing a great job as the third runner, and now it's the anchors that are going to be bringing this home for all the runners right now.
Lebanon Trail still has a lot of ground to make up as they finally get their handoff, but here comes the race. Reedy coming all the way back from 6th, coming into first with Heritage and Lone Star right behind them. This is amazing. Great job for all these athletes. Wakeland trying to get into the third place spot. Reedy is going to take this one home with Heritage following, and Wakeland passes Lone Star after Lone Star had the lead the whole time. Congratulations to the Reedy Lions.
This is all the final 2 runners of Reedy High School. You have Brianna Brown doing a fantastic job, not only on the turn to overtake Liberty High School and Memorial High School, but she had a perfect handoff, and then Madison Jeffries is unbelievable on the final leg. I mean, as an anchor, she brought Reedy home. She was able to get one of the fastest splits I've seen in high school so far, and then she's able to overtake not only Wakeland High School, but she's also able to overtake Lone Star and Lone Star and Heritage High School. But the final rankings are going to be Reedy High School first, second is going to be Heritage High School, and then finally we're going to see Lone Star High School in 6th place, or 3rd place.
Congratulations to Reedy once again. Brianna Brown, Frisco Sports is very proud of you.
And we'll be sure to interview Brianna Brown and her Reedy team because of their unbelievable run for the girls 4x200 meter relay. Up next, the boys 4x200 meter relay. The biggest ones you have to look towards are lane 4 Frisco Heritage High School, as well as lane 5's Independence and lane 3's Reedy High School. But Heritage High School with a time of 1 minute 31.2 seconds, and then that's going to be followed up quickly by Frisco Independence, who had 1 minute 31.42, and finally Reedy with 1 minute 31.49. So between these three, very, very, very close seeds right there, and you're going to expect them to be very close at the end. So expect it to be a photo finish for them.
While we are setting up for the boys 4x200 relay, we see Frisco Lone Star lining up in lane 1, followed by Memorial in 2, Reedy in 3, Heritage in 4, Independence in 5, Liberty in 6, Lebanon Trail in 7, and Centennial in lane 8. Now the fastest guys we will see here, very close, but it goes to Heritage with a time of 1:31.20, but there are most of the other finishers here finish within a second of them, very close. The other times are 1:31.42 from Independence, 1:31.49 from Reedy, 1:31.71 from Liberty, 1:31.98 from Memorial. So it's going to be very close in this one, and we might just see a photo finish here.
And they're off.
Kobe Sample taking leg 1 for the Lions, but Centennial is going to start out in front as they have that outer track. Lone Star has a lot of ground to make up, starting the farthest behind. In lane 6, we see Liberty coming in front as we look at the podium while that's happening. Once again, the Reedy Lions track team led by our very own Brianna Brown.
And Centennial High School having the biggest baffle with the baton. They dropped it, and then Centennial High School very, very far behind the others right now.
Right now your standings are Liberty, Lebanon Trail, Independence, 1, 2, and 3, followed by Heritage and Reedy. Here they come into the third leg. Great handoffs from Liberty. Looks like they might just take this one away. They have about a solid 20-meter lead right now, with a lot of ground for Centennial to make up. As you said, dropping the baton on the first handoff. On the back end, it's a long straight away for them, but here comes Independence trying to catch up to them.
Liberty with a comfortable lead. This is going to be the final leg with the anchors going on. Liberty right now, their anchor Will Ashmore trying to bring it home for the Red Hawks.
Looks like Lebanon Trail might have had a little slip up there too, as they were in second. Now they find themselves in sixth. Right now you have Liberty, Independence, and Heritage, with Reedy not too far behind. It's going to be a tough race for third. Memorial not there, right there too. So it's going to be close, but it's going to be Liberty, Independence, and it appears to be Reedy.
And Fort Gisman, the anchor of Independence, doing a good job of trying to bring Liberty back up, but Liberty's Will Ashmore doing a very, very solid job of securing that lead for the Red Hawks, and Liberty gets a first place finish for the boys 4x200 meter relay.
Congratulations to the Red Hawks, earning 10 points on their stats, because our standings are very close point-wise there. We will have your final standings near the end of the day.
Up next, we're going to have the 400 meter dashes for both the girls and the boys.
Some of our runners there you'll get to see. We have 3 qualifiers that ran this in under a minute. Fastest one was Samaya O'Daniel from Heritage, running a 56.87. The next fastest was Kaylin Jackson from Lone Star, who will be running next to her with a time of 58.67. We will get to that once they get on the track. Thank you for watching the Frisco Sports Network with these exciting relays. I'm Eli Burke. Joining me is Peter Chung. And here we are at the podium. Finishing in 4th place is the Heritage team, followed by the Reedy Lions. 2nd place, the Independence Knights, and in 1st place, we saw their dominant run, the Liberty Red Hawks. Congratulations to all of our athletes, especially Liberty picking up 10 points, doubled to 20 for their school.
On the podium, we have
Frisco Reedy. 2nd place, Frisco Independence. And additional chance for the time of 1:30.35. Frisco Liberty.
Once again, congratulations to the Liberty Red Hawks 4x2 relay team. We have an interview with our very own Brianna Brown with Olivia Howell. Olivia, what you got?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Ellie, Bree, and Maddie from Reedy, they just won the girls 4x400 race. So what do y'all use as motivation to keep going when y'all are out on the track?
Really have to trust each other and really motivate each other to a good work as a team always.
My teammates motivate me because whenever I'm running, I'm always thinking I need to pass this girl to
my next girl in the best position. And also my coach motivates me because we work hard with her.
I think my team motivates me, especially knowing that they're gonna all hold each other accountable, and I can just trust them that they're gonna finish the race strong and they're gonna give me the baton in a position that I need to be.
What do y'all think is the most important part of relays and really the key to getting a good time?
Working as a team and, just trusting each other always.
I would say leaving it all on the track and also making sure that
I would say going hard in practice every day and trusting each other.
Good luck to y'all at area. Back to y'all.
Thank you so much, Olivia. And once again, congratulations to Brianna Brown and the rest of the Reedy Lions track team winning the 4x2 relay, coming back from a 6th place start to a 1st place finish. And now, pretty soon, we will get to that 400-meter dash. We will run down the racers for you right now. We have 8 racers for you right now. We have Sloan Wagner from Lone Star, Mercedes Hall from Independence, Talia Wilson from Reedy, Samaya O'Neill, the time-wise favorite from Heritage, Caitlin Jackson from Lone Star, Suzanne Ramirez from Liberty, Samantha Williams from Reedy as well, and Amanda Evans from Wakeland, rounding that out.
And so your number 1 seed is going to be Samaya O'Neill from Frisco Heritage High School, who had a time of 56.87 seconds. The 2nd seed is Caitlin Jackson from Lone Star High School with 58.67 seconds. And then Thyla Wilson from Reedy High School with 59.92 seconds. So there's around a 2-second cushion between Samaya O'Neill from Heritage and then Caitlin Jackson from Lone Star. So it's going to be Frisco Heritage's Samaya O'Neill who's the favorite for the 400-meter dash.
As we haven't brought it up enough, we have our official times for the 4x2 girls race. Reedy in first, 1 minute 43 seconds and .73. Then Heritage with a minute 44.42. Wakeland coming in third just behind them with a minute 44.55. Then Lone Star, Frisco, Memorial, Liberty, and Lebanon Trail will come just short of the podium, but all great efforts by all these teams. And there will be a lot of work to be done before area and next year's track events.
Once again, looking towards the girls' 400-meter dash, the biggest thing they have to focus on is stamina. I mean, 400-meter dash sounds like just one lap, but overall, it's going to be a patience test for them, figuring out whether or not they want to go early and secure a lead, or if they want to wait until the very end in order to use the rest of their energy and get past maybe 1 or 2 more runners. So again, a lot of strategy when it comes to the 400-meter run, and we'll see how Samaya O'Neill of Heritage High School dictates her tempo.
And with all the work we've done back at FSNHQ, all of your stats of previous winners and current rankings right now will be brought to you at the bottom of your screen on our beautiful ticker presented by the Frisco Sports Network.
And if you want to see either results or times somewhere else, you can always look towards FriscoISDSports.com, our official website, where we keep all of the records for the Frisco ISD 2019 district track and field meet.
Once again, that is www.friscoisdsports.com/news.
And let's look towards the 4x200 meter relay for the boys. Obviously, in first place was Liberty High School with a time of 1 minute 30.35 seconds.
Right behind them is Independence, though, with a minute 30.53.
And then rounding out the top 3 is going to be Reedy High School with a minute 31.01 seconds.
And then rounding out the rest of the standings, is Heritage, Memorial, Lebanon Trail, Lone Star, and Centennial, all finishing within 10 seconds of each other from first place. While the girls are set to take the track on the blocks for the 400-meter dash. Thank you for watching the Frisco Sports Network. My name is Eli Berg. Joining me is Peter Chung. We're here to bring you all the action from this afternoon's races. Thank you. While the girls are getting set now at the block, we're getting started at just any moment here. Once again, the runners are representing the schools from Lone Star, Independence, Reedy, Heritage, and Wakeland, as well as Liberty. And they're off now. Great start in the end from Amanda Evans of Wakeland. A lot of catching up to do from Sloan Wagner of Lone Star. But coming out to take the lead from Heritage is Samaya O'Neill. As we said, that odds-on favorite, qualifying with a time of 56.87. Looks to shatter her own record here. The eye is on the clock for her as she hits that turn 3, coming in hot. And going in, the current record for the 400 girls is 52.4. So let's see if she can try to touch up on the record here. She comes into turn 4 with a solid 15-meter lead over the second place runner right now.
And so she has 10 seconds to beat the district record. We'll see if she can do it.
And here she comes, eyes on the clock. Will it be enough?
It doesn't look like it'll be enough for the district record, but it's a clear #1 finish for Samaya.
Congratulations to Samaya O'Neill once again, with second and third behind her representing Reedy and Lone Star.
So Kaylin Jackson in second place, Thalia Wilson in third place. The district record for the 400-meter girls is from Bailey Lear of Heritage, 53.02 seconds. And so Sanaya O'Neill not able to reach that time, but obviously it's good enough for her to get first place right here. The one thing we said is that she would strategize whether or not she'd be going for either patience and then bursting at the end or starting off strong and keeping that lead. So the one thing we did see was that she just straight off sprinted for the whole 400 meters. That's the reason why she's so good at this event. That's the reason why she's first place. And we're going to consistently see her doing well in not only district area, in the district spectrum, but also in area as well.
And now we're getting set up for the boys race. The runners in this are Jocelyn Ferguson from Liberty, Muaz Makda from Heritage, Brock Jackson from Independence, Dylan Evans from Heritage, Andrew Ashmore from Liberty, Grant Robertson from Lone Star, Miles Daniels from Reedy, and Cade Hubbard from Independence High School, running lanes 1 through 8. Although it does appear that lane 1 seems to be empty, that is Jocelyn Ferguson's spot. We'll see what's going on there.
The favorites when it comes to the 400-meter dash for the boys is going to be in lane 4 for Heritage High School, Dylan Evans, 50.45 seconds. He was also one of the 4x100-meter relay runners for Heritage High School. And the second seed is going to be Andrew Ashmore from Liberty High School, who had a time of 50.70 seconds. His brother, Will Ashmore, actually won the 4x200-meter relay for the Liberty Red Hawks. And so the third seed is going to be Brock Jackson from Independence, who ran 50.87 seconds, but as we see, they're about to start.
And as they line up in their blocks, once again is one lap around the track. They are set. And they're off. Great start from our Heritage athletes as well as Independence here. But in lane 6, we see Grant Robertson from Lone Star making a quick pass on Miles Daniels from Reedy High School. Also coming up on him is Andrew Ashmore from Liberty. Giving a quick pack coming in the front. There's not a lot of time to get around and create your own separation with a pace, so it's a sprint. It's a long sprint, and it's going to come down to the finish here as Ashmore comes in the lead with Robertson right behind him. They're running right next to each other, keeping that competition alive. But right next to him in lane 4 is Dylan Evans from Heritage. So we're going to see a very close finish. It looks like Robertson took the lead back, but here comes Evans trying to overtake him. It's going to be close to the finish. They're neck and neck right now. It's going to come to that final stretch.
And I'm not sure who won. It looked like Wakeland High School's or Lone Star High School's Grant Robertson won by a very close margin, but Dylan Evans showing why he's the first seed for this event. Very, very good recovery. You can tell he saved a lot of his energy for that final leg of that final straight, and he was able to catch up to get at least second place. But the top two is going to be Robertson and Evans. We're going to have to tune in to see what their times were and see who finished first. But right now, it's unclear exactly who was first place for this event.
Our angle is very tough to make out. From the camera angle wasn't as on par as we would like it to be. It was just too close to call right now. We're just going to come down to those official times. And our next race coming up for you is the girls 300-meter hurdles, which is a very powerful event. We will get to see Simone Watkins from Frisco High School run once again alongside Nisi Kabongo, another name we have mentioned quite a few times.
And the 300-meter hurdles record for the girls is held by Simone Watkins. She had a time of 42.98 seconds. And then for the boys, Terry Smith Independence, 37.36 seconds.
And we are just hearing now that the photo finish there was the Lone Star runner, Grant Robertson, followed by Dylan Evans from Heritage. So it will go to Lone Star over them, which is a big change in points coming into this. As now we take a look at our podium from the girls 400. Coming in 4th place from Liberty is Suzanne Ramirez. 3rd place from Reedy High School is Talia Wilson. 2nd place from Lone Star is Caitlin Jackson. And in 1st place, as we mentioned many times, Samaya O'Neill, running as spectacularly as she always has been.
Again, she sprinted all 400 meters, and she was able to dominate and secure 1st place easily. When it comes to the boys, obviously not as clear of a winner, but great job by Robertson, showing exactly why he's one of the premier runners in Frisco.
Now, while we're getting our hurdles set up, let's run through our runners for both the girls and boys events. For the girls, we will see Noelle Nicholson from Lebanon Trail, who qualified with a time of 51:20. Jada Sleet from Reedy High School is in lane 2, followed by Kayla Johnson from Memorial. Nisi Kabonga from Liberty, right next to her. Simone Watkins from Frisco. Victoria Altieri from Wakeland qualifies with a time of 48:79, followed by Michaela Johnson of Lebanon Trail and Ashley Hebner from Wakeland. And on the boys' side for the 300 hurdles, we will see Joshua Schultz from Centennial qualify with a time of 44:20, followed by Keaton Kirk from Frisco High School with a time of 43:13. And then Marco Figueroa from Liberty. Jaden Holgado from Centennial is the favorite with a time of 41:59 to qualify. Hayden McFarland from Heritage is next, followed by Trevor Perks, Ryan Ross, and Nicholas Porter from Wakeland, Lone Star, and Heritage High School. So it's going to be a lot of close races to come up. Following the hurdles is the 200-meter dash and the 1,600-meter runs.
And you talked about the favorite for the boys' 300-meter hurdles, Jaden Holgado from Centennial High School, who had a time of 41.59 seconds for the qualifying time. The whole thing is that he was also 1st place for the high jump in the district, as well as 4th place for the long jump in this district. So he's in 3 events for this district meet, and he's doing well in all 3.
What you're seeing now is a look at our podium for the boys' 400-meter dash. Coming in 4th place from Liberty High School is Andrew Ashmore. 3rd place from Independence is Brock Jackson. 2nd place from Heritage was our favorite time-wise with the time of 50:45 to qualify, Dylan Evans. But beating him barely in that photo finish is Grant Robertson from Lone Star. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to the Lone Star Rangers for picking up those points, which are well needed for them.
And you see them finally finishing the setup for the girls' 300-meter hurdles. Simone Watkins is the favorite. She's not expected to beat the district record, which she holds right now, 42.98 seconds. And the qualifying times, Simone Watkins had a time of 45.76. That's nearly 2 seconds below or over her district record time. So expect her to still get 1st place. She is the favorite going in, but don't expect her to beat any records right now. When it comes to the girls' 300-meter hurdles, it's going to be a very close race between Simone Watkins as well as Nisi Kabongo, who also hit 45.31. So those two are the favorites going in, and they're going to be the very, very important. There's going to be a very, very important thread and difference between them when it comes to the final straight. And now let's look towards the girls' 100-meter results. It's going to be in 1st place, Heritage High School's Samaya O'Neill with 57.28 seconds. 2nd place, Lone Star High School's Kaylin Johnson with 58.59 seconds. And rounding out the top 3, Thalia Wilson from Reedy High School had a time of 59.55 seconds. And then finishing the top 8, Liberty High School's Suzanne Ramirez, Reedy High School's Samantha Williams, Independence's Mercedes Hall, Wakeland's Amanda Evans, and finally Lone Star's Sloan Wagner. Again, while they're setting up for the girls' 300-meter hurdles, thank you for watching Frisco Sports Network's 2019 FISD District Track and Field Meet. I'm Peter Chung.
And I'm Eli Berg.
And we'll be back.
And we are getting word just in that Grant Robertson of Lone Star High School has beaten his own school record for the Rangers with a time of 49:54 in the 400-meter dash. Congratulations to Grant Robertson.
And now the results for the 400-meter dash for the boys. In first place, Lone Star's Grant Robinson setting a school record of 49.53 seconds. Then second place, Heritage's Dylan Evans with 49.54 seconds, so a 1/100th of a second difference that allowed for Grant Robertson to get first place. Brock Jackson from Independence in third place with 50.6 seconds. Then Liberty High School's Andrew Ashmore 50.91 seconds to get fourth place. Muaz Makta from Heritage High School had 51.03 seconds. Reedy Miles Daniel had 51.99 seconds. And then Cade Hubbard from Independence rounded it out with 52.01 seconds. Jocelyn Ferguson wasn't able to show up for the race.
And with that being said, our runners are set at the blocks for the 300-meter hurdles. Once again, your runners for the girls are Noelle Nicholson from Lebanon Trail, Jada Sleet from Reedy High School, Kayla Johnson from Memorial, Nissy Kabongo from Liberty, Simone Watkins from Frisco High, Victoria Altieri from Wakeland, Michaela Johnson from Lebanon Trail, and Ashley Hebner from Wakeland High School. As now they're getting set. 300-meter hurdles is a mix of the strides and technique with the endurance of a longer race.
Absolutely, and it's all about that turn right there on their the one turn they have in the 300-meter hurdles, just because when you turn as well as having to do a hurdle at the same time, it's a bit different than doing a hurdle on a straight. So making sure that they have the right technique going down is going to be the most important part. But I really want to see that battle between Simone Watkins and Liberty High School's
Nissy Kabongo,
because they both got first place in their respective events, and so now they're going to try to get first place in this one right here.
It looks like our runners were set, but maybe something wrong with the timers, so they were going to reset themselves on the blocks. We are going to get started in just a few seconds here. In the meantime, thank you for watching Frisco Sports Center. My name is Eli Burke. Joining me is Peter Chung. We're here to bring you all the action as now they are getting set. And they're off. Great start from Watkins and Kabongo as well. Watkins slowly starts catching up to her counterpart in lane 6, Victoria Altieri, as she takes a commanding lead in first place already. Jumping over those first couple of hurdles, getting into the turn. She's going, looks like she's the clear favorite now. Not with the best qualifying time, but she is ready to go. She's got about 4 hurdles left right before the finish, but Kabongo is catching up to her one step at a time. It's going to be close here. They're about neck and neck right now, and Kabongo takes the lead. Looks like she has that endurance over Simone, but Simone's going to hold in there while it's a tight race for third between Reedy and Wakeland. But Kabongo will take the commanding finish. Simone Watkins with a proud effort into third, while our athlete from Reedy trips over the hurdle, the last one, with third place slipping right out of her fingertips.
But it seems like Simone Watkins, who holds the district record time for the 300-meter hurdles, unable to hold it against Kabongo, and Kabongo is able to get that first place finish in both the 300-meter hurdles as well as the, I believe it was the 100-meter dash for the girls.
And now our boys racers are getting set into the blocks. Who are we expecting to be a commander in this race now?
In the boys race, what you're going to expect to see is that in the 300-meter hurdles, it's going to be Jaden Hogato from Centennial High School, who got first place in not only the high jump, but also fourth place in the long jump. So he's going to be the favorite here going in. I mean, being a triple threat like that is something rare to see, but Jaden Hogato has been doing it time and time again at meet after meet.
Hogato qualified with a time of 51:49. The current district record for the 300-meter hurdles is held by Terry Smith of Independence with a time of 37:36. He is not in this race right now, while the state record for the 300 hurdles is held by Robert Griffin back in 2007 with a time of 35:33.
Again, the main thing with the hurdles for these boys at least is gaining momentum right at the start. You want to gain momentum in order to be jump further and higher, and so that it doesn't impede with your progress when it comes to getting to that straight, which is at the very end. That's going to be the most important thing that they're going to look at, just because all all of these runners are very strong when it comes to hurdling. It's a matter of whether or not they can keep up the stamina in order to ensure that they have a strong speed going into the final leg.
Your racers for the boys race are Joshua Schultz from Centennial, Keaton Kirk from Frisco, Marco Figueroa from Liberty, Jaden Holgado from Centennial, Hayden McFarland from Heritage, Trevor Perks from Wakeland, Ryan Ross from Lone Star, and Nicholas Porter from Heritage as they are about to get set. One guy I'm going to keep my eye on is Keaton Kirk from Frisco High School. Been working very hard on his hurdling skills and qualifies with a time of 43:13.
Again, watch out for lane 4's Jaden Holgado from Centennial High School.
And they're off now. Holgado with a great start on his first hurdle is going to start to catch up to Heritage. That is Hayden McFarland taking just a step lead over Holgado, with the rest starting to fall behind. Here they come into that final home stretch. Holgado trails McFarland with the final 3 hurdles in front of them. He clears it. It's going to be tough. Will Heritage take another top spot? Coming into the final hurdle, it looks like they will, but the race is on for third between Lone Star and Independence. A trip over the hurdle with a stumble will give that third place finish to Lone Star. So your results are Hayden McFarland from Heritage, followed by Jaden Holgado from Centennial, and Ryan Ross from Lone Star takes the bronze.
Again, Holgado tiring a bit at the very end, allowing for McFarland to gain that lead in the beginning. But now we're looking at the podium finish. It's going to be first place for Liberty High School's Nikki Kawango, second place for Somali Watkins from Frisco High School, and then third place from, I believe that's
Wakeland High School. That is our runner from Wakeland High School is Victoria Altieri.
While they're setting up for the girls 200-meter dash, we'll be back after this short break. I'm Peter Chung.
And I'm still Eli Bursch.
And thank you for watching the Frisco ISD 2019 Track and Field District Meet.
We're going to come back just for a second with our results from the 300-meter hurdles. In fourth place from Liberty High School, we have Marco Figueroa. In third place from Wakeland High School, it is Trevor Perks. Second place from Centennial is Jaden Holgado. And as we have said, first place goes to Hayden McFarland. Congratulations, McFarland of the Coyotes, extending their lead, and it's going to be a close one coming to the finish of our team totals in the track meet. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be right back. While we are waiting for our next race, which is the 200-meter dash for the girls and boys, we have our current team standings For the girls track, Heritage has a commanding lead with 129 total points, followed by Liberty with 86. Wakeland is in third with 83. Very close to see who will get second there. Fourth place is Reedy with 66. Fifth is Lone Star with 44. I'm sorry. Memorial's in sixth with 35. Frisco High School comes in seventh with 28. And Centennial Independence tied for eighth place with 9 points. Lebanon Trail is in 10th with 7 points.
When it comes to the boys' scores, you look at Frisco Heritage once again in first place with 87 points. Second place goes to Liberty High School, who has 74 points. In third, Reedy High School getting 62 points. Then rounding out the top 10 is going to be Wakeland High School with 56, Lebanon Trail with 50, Independence with 49, Centennial, Lone Star both with 40 points, Frisco High School 21, and Memorial High School is last place right now with 17 points.
Thanks.
And that's going to be the team standings right now.
That is through this morning's events. While we are waiting for the 200 to start, the blocks are set over there. Our runners for that event are Kaylin Jackson from Lone Star, Brianna Johnson from Memorial, Sonia Ford, one of our favorite runners today from Liberty, Madison Jeffries from Reedy, Smaya O'Neill, another one of our favorites from Heritage, Presley Money from Wakeland, Simone Watkins races again for Frisco, and Caitlin Bradford from Heritage.
Follow your favorite school from anywhere in the world by downloading the official athletics app of Frisco ISD. A free download in the App Store and Google Play, the Frisco ISD athletics app keeps you up to date with all things in the athletic department.
Schedules, scores, rosters, news, social media, final score notifications, along with the ability to watch live broadcasts are just a touch away.
Proudly represent your school with our newly available custom app icons. The official sports network of Frisco ISD Athletics, powered by Mascot Media. Download it today for free in the App Store or Google Play.
We have the results for the girls 300-meter hurdles. In first place, Nisi Kabongo with 43.14 seconds. Second place goes to Frisco High School Simone Watkins with 45.07 seconds. Third place is Wakeland High School's Victoria Altieri with 46.88 seconds. And fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth place goes to Jada Sleet, Kayla Johnson, Michaela Johnson, Noelle Nicholson, and Ashley Heavner, respectively.
As we are about to get set for the 200-meter dash, we would like to welcome all of you back to our broadcast here in the Frisco Sports Network. We have covered many races and many field events over the past 2 days, and we're into our final ones coming up soon enough. My name is Eli Burke. Joining me, as always, is Peter Chung. Peter, what can we expect from our final races of the day?
So obviously we have the 200-meter dash going on right now. Starting off with the girls, Madison Jeffries, who is the anchor for Reedy High School, who brought the team first place in the 4x200-meter relay. She's going to be the favorite for this one. Her time was 25.33 seconds, a very fast split for her. And then 25.46 seconds, Samaya O'Neill in the second seed. She was also the winner of her own respective event. And then Liberty High School's Sonia Ford, who we've been talking about a lot, she's the third seed with 25.86 seconds. Next up, we have the boys' 300-meter hurdles results.
In first place, as we saw, Hayden McFarland takes it with 40.03 seconds from Heritage High School. For Centennial, right behind him was our favorite statistically, Jaden Holgado, with a 41.31. And then rounding out that podium spot with the bronze medalist, Trevor Perks from Wakeland with a 41.81. The rest of our standings is Marco Figueroa from Liberty, Keaton Kirk from Frisco, Joshua Schultz from Centennial, Ryan Ross from Lone Star, and Nicholas Porter from Heritage.
So we just talked about the girls and who our top 3 seeds are, but for the boys, which are coming up right after the girls, you're going to see Thomas Donnelly, who won I believe it was the 200-meter hurdles, no, it wasn't the hurdles, it was the 100-meter dash. He's going to be the one that's going to be leading Lebanon Trail.
As they are getting set in their block, we will get more into that after our final races. But here we go for the girls' 200-meter. And they're off. Great start on lane 7 from Frisco High School. Simone Watkins qualified with a time of 26.45. Here comes the sprinters from lane 1, Caitlin Jackson. But here comes lane 4, Madison Jeffries from Reedy High School, leading the pack. Following her is Sonia Ford from Liberty and Samaya O'Neill from Heritage, 3 of the top runners we've seen so far. It looks like they're going to take this one away. It's 1, 2, 3 for Reedy, Liberty, and Heritage.
And then the big upset is that Simone Watkins, who is the state champion in the 100-meter hurdles, is actually finishing either second or third to last in this event. We see Madison Jeffries doing a great job, showing exactly why she's the anchor for the Reedy High School team. But again, Simone Watkins not doing great at this event. But we saw a great showing by Madison Jeffries of Reedy, Sonia Ford of Liberty, and then Sinead O'Neill of Heritage High School.
It's tough for her to see her Frisco ISD track career come to an end. This is her senior season, but she will be attending Texas Tech next fall to run track, and she still has those 100 hurdles to be very proud of.
Absolutely. I mean, being very close to the state record and holding your district record is nothing to joke about.
A champion and a great sprinter, great hurdle overall, as now our boys' 200 sprinters are getting set as we welcome our own Jacob Horschel into the broadcast booth. Our sprinters here are Russell Meggie from Heritage, Rich Tejada, the brother of 2 NFL players from Centennial, Evan Stewart from Liberty, Thomas Donnelly, our 100 winner from Lebanon Trail, John Lilly from Frisco High School runs in lane 5, Chris Stevenson from Centennial is in lane 6. Travis Sainer from Reedy is in lane 7. We saw him in the high jump earlier. And Clayton Isaac from Memorial rounds it out in lane 8. As we were getting set up, here we go for the boys' 200-meter dash.
And the top 3 in the 100-meter dash, Thomas Donnelly, Chris Stevenson, and Rich Tejada, all in the 200-meter dash as well. And they're off. You see Thomas Donnelly with a great start, but it's closely followed by Chris Stevenson and Rich Tejada as well. But Thomas Donnelly dominating the field off the gate. And through the turn, he's in first place, followed by the 2 Centennial kids.
But here comes John Lilly fighting for that second place spot. The grandson of famous Cowboys player Bob Lilly using his long strides to will he get that podium spot?
That was very, very close for second, third, and fourth place. Rich Tejada, Chris Stevenson, Centennial High School, to go along with Frisco High School's John Lilly, all very close for the second, third, fourth spots. Thomas Donnelly, the clear winner of this event. He's winning the 100-meter dash as well as the 200-meter dash. But up here, we have the 200-meter dashes girls winners.
In fourth place from Wakeland, in the 200, we see Presley Money. Third place from Heritage High School is Caitlin Bradford. Second place from Liberty is Samaya. I apologize. That is actually Sonia Ford, one of our top runners. And in first place from Reedy High School is Madison Jeffries. Congratulations to all of these fantastic runners, and Reedy is going to be picking up those points.
Again, Madison Jeffries, the anchor of Reedy's 4x200 meter relay team, and she's going to be very proud of her performance so far this district meet. But I think the biggest thing we have to look towards is the results for the boys 200 meter dash. We know Thomas Donnelly's first place. It's all about who got second, third, and fourth place. Hopefully we'll get the results soon in order to help you understand how close it really was. But I'm pretty sure the difference was just a hundredth of a second.
We'll take a look at that once we get our official times. But while we're getting set up, we have our last races of the day, which are the 1600, which is a 1 mile race for the girls and boys. Peter, what can we be expecting? I apologize, we actually have the 4x400 meter after that.
And so in the 1600 meter run, it's a mile time. So basically what you're going to be seeing is that they're going to be going slow and steady in the beginning, at a brisk jog. That's what you're going to expect. But at the very end, in the last leg, that's when they put on their burners. That's when they put all their energy into getting past the other runners. I mean, the favorite right now for the 1600 meter run, we saw that in Colleen Stegman from Reedy High School is going to be one, as well as Isabella West. Watch out for them. For the boys, Cameron Hunter is very, very good to go along with Wyatt Wingard, both from Reedy High School. And then don't sleep on Nick Hendricks, who had a time of 4 minutes 34.56 seconds from Wakeland High School.
Unbelievable times, and there you see beautiful Frisco ISD Memorial Stadium here on the west side of Frisco, Texas. And this morning started off a little shaky. There was a storm rolling in, power outages. We worked very hard to get this up and running for all of you to see today. And as we are about to wrap up with our final couple races, we'd like to thank everyone so much for watching these past 2 days. My name is Eli Burke. Joining me is Peter Chung on behalf of all of the Frisco Sports Network. We just want once again to say thank you. We have a few more races coming up, but we'll be right back.
So now we're going to look towards the podium for the boys 200 meter dash. It's going to be in fourth place from Centennial High School, Ridge Tejada. Third place from Centennial High School, Chris Stevenson. Second place, John Lilly from Frisco High School. And first place, the clear winner, Thomas Donnelly from Lebanon Trail High School.
Now, John Lilly is one guy I wanted to focus on. Coming to Frisco High School, he is actually an offensive and defensive lineman for their football team, but he used those long strides to power through and beat both Centennial runners to get that second place spot. It wasn't enough to catch up to Donnelly, but using his family heritage, he has that lineage with the Dallas Cowboys, the grandson of Bob Lilly. Great running and gets those well-needed points for Frisco High School.
And we have the results for the girls 200 meter dash. First place, Madison Jeffries. Great job by her from Reedy High School with 24.7 seconds. Second place, Sonia Ford from Liberty High School with 25.28 seconds. Rounding out the top three from Heritage High School, Samaya O'Neill with 25.31 seconds. Very close between her and Sonia Ford. And then we have Presley Money from Wakeland, Simone Watkins from Frisco High School, Brianna Johnson from Memorial, Kaylin Jackson from Lone Star, and then Caitlin Bradford rounding out the top 8 from Heritage High School.
Congratulations to Madison Jeffrey from Reedy High School. And our runners will be taking their marks for the 1 mile run. Just a quick run through of who will be participating in the girls 1600. We have 19 racers. Colleen Stegman from Reedy, Isabella West from Wakeland, Aaron O'Brien from Memorial, Amelia Huaregui from Liberty, Katie Byrne from Wakeland, McKenna Clark from Reedy, Carolyn King from Wakeland, Kira Robinson from Liberty, Rosie Reyes Perez from Independence, Keely Gallagher from Reedy, Morgan Hagedorn from Independence, Riley J. from Frisco High School, Mackenzie Payne from Heritage, Michaela Kaiser from Lone Star, Caitlin Ruiz from Liberty, Emery Wilkerson and Reshma Philippos from Frisco High School, and Kaylee Edwards and Alyssa Duhart from Heritage High School.
And again, they have to split up the runners just because they have to make it enough space and make it fair enough for all of the runners. But they're all preparing for the mile run.
We saw the podium.
We're going to now see a replay of the boys' 200-meter dash. At the very end, we saw that it was very close. Between Ridge Tejada, Chris Stevenson, and John Lilly from Frisco High School. But now we obviously knew Thomas Donnelly was the leader.
Here's that replay. Look at right there, the three. All look to be simultaneous finishes.
And that difference is hundredths of a second. I mean, that's very, very close. Ridge Tejada, very unfortunate for him not to get that time. But great job by John Lilly coming back at the final stretch in order to gain second place.
That extra stretch of the foot is all it takes to get that hundredth of a second more to end up getting second, third, or even a podium spot at all. And now our runners are getting set. And now they're off. See Colleen Stegman from Reedy taking the early lead. She is the mathematical favorite. Followed by Riley J in the front pack, along with Emery Wilkerson and Reshma Philippos trailing for Frisco High School.
Again, watch out for them being very patient in the first couple laps, maybe even 3 laps, and then all of a sudden you're going to see them burst off with an energy of speed in the final lap to overtake as many people as possible or to maintain their lead. But there we see Heritage High School in the lead right now. Again, very patient by all of them, being very smart with their energy that they have. And they're going to be moving on swiftly to the second lap of this mile run.
And leading through the 200-meter dash in the varsity boys division.
While they are going through their second lap of this race, we are going to take a look at the final stage of the boys 200-meter dash. First place, Thomas Donnelly with time of 22:33, and then 2, 3, and 4 all split very equally. They're having 22:91 for John Lilly, actually. Chris Stevenson racing out of time almost with time of 22:92, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 go to Evan Stewart of Liberty, Isaac Clayton Memorial, Travis Sena from Reedy, and Russell Mendy from Heritage.
And I mean, these 3 runners, David Alexander, Chris Stevenson, and Ridge Tejada, all very, John Lilly instead of David Alexander, but all 3 very, very close. I mean, you look towards them, they have a 100th of a difference between second and third, or second and fourth place. So unfortunate for Ridge Tejada, but again, congratulations to Thomas Donnelly, David Alexander, and Chris Stevenson.
Now as they come to that home stretch, pack starting to stretch out. Colin Stegman and our runner from Wakeland, Katie Byrne, is actually that is Isabella West. I apologize. Coming in, we are now halfway through our mile. Third place from Independence is Morgan Hagedorn.
Again, they're going to be very, very patient right now. Maybe even for the third lap they'll be patient, but always the last lap of the 1600-meter run is the most entertaining to watch out of all the laps.
Now while they're running through our updated points for boys track, Heritage has 87, Liberty behind them with 76, Reedy with 62, Lebanon Trail with 60. 60, Wakeland 56, Centennial 50, Independence in 7th place with 49, Lone Star with 40, Frisco with 29, and Memorial with 18. And in girls track, right before, up until the 1600, which is running right now, Heritage is 135 points. Behind them is Liberty with 94, Wakeland with 87, Reedy with 76, Lone Star with 44, Memorial with 36, Frisco with 30, Centennial with 9, as well as Independence, and Lebanon Trail at the bottom of the pack with 7, as Colleen Stegman has large separation between her and Isabella West for that first place finish. As we are hitting,
Colleen Stegman is dominating the race right now. She is by far in first place. Isabella West not able to catch up to her, but maybe Memorial High School's runner, I believe it is Aaron O'Brien, catching up to Isabella West. But right now, Colleen Stegman from Liberty High School, or from Reedy High School, doing very, very well. Her time qualifying was 4 minutes 55.75 seconds, and there is still around 30 seconds left for her to hit that time. But again, Colleen Stegman doing a great job. You see that burst of speed for her on the turn. Maybe we'll see that between Isabella West and Aaron O'Brien, but right now it's a great showing by all of them.
here we go once again. Colleen Stegman with about a 100-meter lead almost over West, but third place is almost right behind her. Heritage fighting for fourth.
And Colleen Stegman is 5 seconds away from the district record time of 4 minutes 59 seconds.
Doesn't look like she'll get there though, but she will take a very comfortable first place finish.
It seems like in her qualifying time for finals, she actually beat the district record time by around 4 seconds right there. But it's good for her to finish first place in this event as well.
Boys side also has that as well with Wyatt Wingard, so we might see a run pretty sweet here as well.
Yep, and we see Isabella West in second place and Aaron O'Brien in third place to round out the top three. They are going to be your podium finishes, and then we're going to have up next the boys' 1600-meter run, or the mile run for them. The favorite being Cameron Hunter from Reedy High School, as you stated, with 4 minutes 28.9 seconds, and then Wyatt Wingard from Reedy High School as well with 4 minutes 30.66 seconds as their qualifying times. Nick Hendricks from Wakeland High School is not far behind with 4 minutes 34.56 seconds as his qualifying time, and Steven Armendariz has 4 minutes 34.99 seconds as his qualifying time as well.
Now I know it's a little bit late, but going back to our men's 200-meter run, the photo finish was so close that we had to go to the 1,000th place on our stopwatch, and we can say that Rich Tejada did come in fourth place, right behind Chris Stevenson. Stevenson's time was 22.911. Tejada was 22.916. So 5 1,000ths of a second was separating the two, with John Lilly finishing both ahead of them for the second place.
I mean, having a difference of 100th alone is very, very close. But to have a difference of 5,000ths is unbelievable. I mean, you have 22.916 from Rich Tejada, 22.911 from Chris Stevenson. They're both from the same school, but they have been competing very, very well. Oh, and it also looks like between Frisco High School's John Lilly and Chris Stevenson from Centennial High School, they had a 1,000th difference between second and third place.
Our official stats are John Lilly with a 22.910, Chris Stevenson with a 22.911, and Tejada with a 22.916. So 6 1,000th of a second will separate all three of them, but with Lilly and Stevenson, 1 1,000th of a second will split first and second place.
And that's got to be gut-wrenching for Rich Tejada when he hears about that. But great run by him. He should be proud, nevertheless, of getting fourth place in a very, very strong event. And Thomas Donnelly dominating the field with 22.1 seconds, 22.33 seconds. It's a great time for him.
And now our boys are getting set to take it. There's their mile run. And we'll see Hunter Cameron and Wyatt Wingard leading the pack for Reedy High School, followed by Nick Hendricks from Wakeland, Steven Armendariz from Independence, Steve Austin from Lone Star, Hayden Marsh from Wakeland, Zach Moore from Liberty, Jack Wynn from Wakeland, Peter Corrigan from Independence, Kevin Curry, the freshman cross-country runner from Frisco High School, Lucas Small from Liberty, Soham Patil from Heritage, Jotham Asmaram Memorial, Emmett Kenny from Reedy, Grayson Kluskowski from Lebanon Trail, Pete Rupert from Liberty, Stephen Barker and Karan Pada from Centennial, Dinesh Kanaboyna from Lone Star, Yendit Hall from Heritage, Kyler Steele from Centennial, Quentin Ford from Independence, Steve Bala from Lone Star, Josiah Asmaron from Heritage, and Avinav Bandi from Memorial.
And they're getting ready. And it seems like they're off right now. We see that we're going to have them starting off at a pretty brisk pace right from the get-go. Obviously wanting to establish a lead for them. Reedy High School's two runners, Cameron Hunter and Wyatt Wingard, setting the tempo for all the runners right now. It also looks like Frisco High School's, I believe it is Kevin Curry, doing well as well, staying in the top part of the pack. We see Wakeland overtaking the Reedy boys.
That is Nick Hendricks from Wakeland High School, who qualified with a time of 4:34.56. Unbelievable time for the mile. While we take a look at our podium, congratulations once again to Colleen Stegman from Reedy High School, winning a commanding race for the girls' mile run. Now we see Hendricks taking first, with Curry starting to fall behind. Wyatt Wingard in the front once again too, both currently in fourth place.
Wakeland maintaining that lead, making sure that Reedy doesn't get back into first place. I mean, the second seed Wyatt Wingard unable to get past Wakeland's, I believe it is Nick Hendricks.
Currently in second place is Peter Corrigan from Independence High School, Joel Patil, and then Wyatt Wingard with Kevin Curry in the top 5.
And this is a surprising result right now, but now you see the Reedy boys putting on some speed.
Cameron Hunter coming up near the front, here in the podium positions.
It also looks like Heritage High School's Sohan Patil doing well, keeping it in third place right now. We'll see if he can maintain that pace. But right now, Reedy, it's Wakeland, Reedy, Heritage, Independence, and then Reedy again. But Reedy falling behind. Or actually looks like Independence is falling behind. And Heritage High School's Sohan Patil doing well to get into second place above of Cameron Hunter.
Here they come about halfway through. Halfway through their third lap. Hendricks still in first place, Patil in second, Wingard and Cameron from Reedy High School in fourth. But here comes Kevin Curry trying to make a pass on our Independence runners. The kid in third is Wyatt Wingard. That is Wyatt. And there he goes, taking first place.
Cameron Hunter doing a great job.
Wyatt Wingard holding first as we approach our final lap. And this is where we start to see the sprint. The 400-meter sprint comes into play, but all these athletes are worn out. We're going to see how this plays out here.
And you see their pace consistently increasing right now. Wyatt Wingard and Cameron Hunter showing off exactly why they're the top two seeds. But you also see Nick Hendricks of Wakeland holding on to a spot. Nope. You see him being overtaken by the second Reedy boy. Wyatt Wingard and Cameron Hunter are now in the 1 and 2 positions. Great job by them.
Here they go. Here comes Kevin Curry in second place, followed by Hendricks in third. But will they be able to catch Wingard?
And the sprint is going on.
The final turn, the home stretch.
It looks like Frisco High School's
Kevin Curry is
doing
inside.
very well.
There he goes. He takes first, but with two Reedy boys behind him, will it be enough? With
Kevin
Hendricks slowly
Curry
catching up. Here comes Kevin Curry, the freshman from Frisco High School. Will he go all the way? And he will, taking first place for the Raccoons, followed by Wingard and Hendricks with Cameron Hunter in there as well.
Kevin Curry was the 10th seed going in. His time was around 4 minutes 25 seconds. That's better than any of the qualifying times so far in this district meet for the mile time. Unbelievable job by him. The district time for 1600 meter boys is held by Carter Blunt of Independence, who had 4 minutes and 10 seconds, so he hasn't beaten that. But still, Kevin Curry, the freshman from Frisco High School, unbelievable job by him. You can see his coach is celebrating him with him right now. But this is going to be the second to last event. Now, for the final event, the 4x400 meter relay, that's what everyone's been waiting for. It's going to be the girls and then the boys. The ones to look out for are going to be I believe, yep. It's going to be Liberty High School, Heritage High School, and then Reedy High School, who are going to be the top 3 seeds for the girls. And then for the boys, it's going to be Heritage High School, Independence High School, and Liberty High School, who are the top 3 seeds for the boys as well. So that was a great run by Kevin Curry of Frisco High School. This is, again, Peter Chung
and Eli Burke. Now going back once again to Kevin Curry, just one interesting fact about him, track and field actually runs in his family. His sister, we saw her run, Colleen Curry, earlier, and she was able to place in one of her events, so that competition with the family goes against each other, and this makes each a better runner. Now, thank you so much. Well, before we start preparing for our final event, which is the 4x400 meter or the 1600 meter relay, I'm Eli Burke.
And I'm Peter Chung.
Thank you so much for watching.
Second place, Wakeland with 97, and Heritage leading 139. That's the mile run in the girls' division. I'll do that again. Memorial 42, Lone Star 44, Reading 86, Liberty 95. 97, and leading is Heritage High School 139.
Here's a replay of the finish of the 1600 with Kevin Curry, followed by Cameron Hunter and Hendricks of Wakeland, and Wyatt Wingard, all rounding out those top spots. We will get to see them on the podium very soon after we get their official times. But our attention will now focus to our final event of the day, the 4x400 meter relay. Our teams participating in our 2 heats will be in Heat 1, Lebanon Trail, Frisco, and Centennial, while in Heat 2 will be Lone Star, Reedy, Liberty, Heritage, Wakeland, and Memorial. And now, on your screen, you will be able to see the girls' 1600 meter results. Colleen Stegman winning by 9 seconds over Isabel West with a time of 5:07:51. As I said, Isabel West in second. From Wakeland, Memorial's Aaron O'Brien comes in third. And the rest is Alyssa Duhart, Katie Brenn, Amelia Dargui, Kira Robinson, and Carolyn King.
Up next, we have the podium for the boys' mile run, or 1600 meter run. In third place, or fourth place, from Reedy High School, it looks like it's going to be
Wyatt Wingard.
In third place, it's going to be Nick Hendricks from Wakeland High School. Second place is Cameron Hunter from Reedy High School. And first place, from Frisco High School, Kevin Curry, the freshman, with an amazing time, an amazing run for him.
Now, Kevin Curry was actually the 10th place finisher in our seeds. He qualified for this with a time of 4:45:33, but was able to work hard through his qualifying yesterday, get in the right mindset today, and eventually win the district championship.
All right, in around 3 minutes, we're going to come with you for the final girls event, the girls 4x400 meter relay, or girls 1600 meter relay. It's going to be a very, very close competition. You're going to see the favorite being Liberty High School with Andrea Levia Montiel, Jada Williams, Suzanne Ramirez, and Nisi Kabanga, who we just talked about a lot, who is also the winner of the girls 200 meter dash. And so Great job by her. So Nisi Kawango is going to be the anchor for Liberty High School. They had a qualifying time of 4 minutes and 4 seconds. But don't sleep on Heritage High School, who had a qualifying time of 4 minutes and 5 seconds. They have Zoe Hightower, Samaya O'Donnell, who's a very, very strong runner, as we saw before, Caitlin Bradford, and Somer Shepard. Watch out for them. They're very strong when it comes to the relay aspect as well, because they all have great chemistry with each other.
And as we said, Nisi Kabongo is a very strong anchor runner. We will get to see her talents again in a 400-meter race. But right now, taking the blocks are Lebanon Trails, Michaela Johnson, Frisco High School's Deja Dickerson, and Centennial's Brielle Barbora, who will then be handing it off, respectively, to Lillian Goldberg, Alexis Atwood, and Sarah Peterson. Third legs for Lebanon Trail are Noelle Nicholson, Frisco is Faith Nazi, and Centennial is Grace Easley, and the anchors are Maggie McGrath, Anna Williams, and Alexis Gums.
We're nearing the start time with less than a minute left until they get ready, but obviously with the 400-meter run, seeing as it's just a relay, you're going to be expecting them to sprint the whole way. That's what their teammates expect as well, and so it's going to be very, very fast times when it comes to the relay. For the boys, at least, we should be expecting some sub 4 minute relay times. For the girls, they should be very close to the 4-minute mark.
Now they're getting set in the blocks. We're about ready to go now. Here we go. The first heat of the girls 4x400, and they're off. Great starts from all three of our runners here. It is a smaller heat because we do have to fit 8 schools in, and there's not enough room on our track for the full relay setup. But Frisco gets that good start out of it. Deja Dickerson starting off strong with the first leg. They qualified with a time of 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
And again, as you expect, they're fully sprinting down the stretch. That's what you expect when it comes to the 400-meter relay.
Now here comes Michaela Johnson of Lebanon Trail catching up to Centennial's Brielle Barbora.
And Lebanon Trail passing Centennial right now on the near edge of the turn. Centennial having a lot of makeup work to do.
And now here they come into the first stretch. Dickerson will be handing it off to Alexis Atwood, waiting at the starting line. Johnson will go to Lillian Goldberg, and Brielle Barbora will go to Sarah Peterson, all waiting in their respective lanes. Frisco will arrive first, then Lebanon Trail, and then the Centennial Titans. And here they go. Frisco gets another lead. Great handoff there. Lebanon Trail has a lot of ground to make up with, and so does Centennial, as Frisco starts to widen their gap.
Obviously, all three having solid handoffs. It's just about the speed you can get on the straights right now, and Frisco having the advantage there.
Now, while Frisco may have a shot of winning this heat, they will have a lot of competition in the second heat, which consists of Lone Star, Reedy, Liberty, Heritage, Wakeland, and Memorial, all qualifying with times at least 4 seconds or more faster than them. But here they come into the third set of the 100s with about a 40-meter lead between first and second place right now. And here they come into the final stretch. It is Alexis Atwood, followed by Sarah Peterson. Lillian Goldberg, and then Sarah Peterson. Coming into the third leg, it will be Faith Nazi, who we've said a lot from Frisco High School, taking the baton, and she has plenty of time to get going. For Lebanon Trail, it is Noelle Nicholson, and for Centennial, it is Grace Easley. And here they go.
And Grace Easley blasting off. She's trying to make up a lot of time, at least on Lebanon Trail. And so you're going to see her pushing through. She's going to be the strongest runner out of the 4 that Centennial has right now.
Looks like the gap has been narrowed between all 3 schools, starting to slowly. As you said, Centennial is starting to rapidly close the gap, but now they're starting to spur out here.
And there you
the
see
endurance of a 400.
A loss of energy from Centennial's third runner, Easley. And so you saw she used a lot on the turn, but she's unable to make up for on the straight. And so Lebanon Trail now closing in on Frisco.
And here they come.
This is all about the anchors right now. You're going to have to rely on the girls for Lebanon, Maggie McGrath, and then for Frisco, Anna Williams. And you see it head-to-head.
Lebanon Trail takes the lead.
And you see the anchors all demanding for some more pace by their runners.
Here they come into the anchors. Frisco immediately closes that gap, and here comes Centennial on their handoff, but the race is neck and neck between first and second as Frisco overtakes Lebanon Trail and starts to widen that gap. Here comes Anna Williams coming down the back end.
Oh, and Frisco High School doing a great job of widening that lead, not allowing for Lebanon Trail to hold on to that slim lead they had. And so Frisco, it looks like they'll be the ones that are going to be winning it, but you never know. These turns are always tricky. We'll see if Lebanon Trail can be stronger on these turns.
Here she comes on the third turn. Centennial still has a lot of ground to make up with. I don't think they'll be able to catch up now with Lebanon Trail trying to close in, but slowly falling behind. Frisco widening their gap they've had since the beginning of the race now. Here they come, that final stretch. It will end in Frisco, Lebanon Trail, Centennial, with our first heat in our final girls race of the 2019 Frisco ISD track and field meet.
We still have the section 2 of the finals, and that's going to be the more exciting one that we have to look forward to.
As we are now wrapping that up, Frisco qualifies with a time that is faster than their original qualifying time, so we do see improvement there. But in Section 2, we do have those schools like Lone Star, Reedy, Liberty, Heritage, Wakeland, and Memorial, all qualifying with times ranging from 4:16 to 4:04.
And Reedy, watch out for the final 2 runners, our very own Brianna Brown. She's going to be in the 4x400 meter relay as the 3rd runner. And then Madison Jeffries, who is the unbelievable anchor of the team. She's going to be the 4th runner there. And so expect them to have a very strong showing right now. They aren't going to be the 1st seed. They're going to be around they're going to be the 3rd seed right now. But expect for them to really push forward with Madison Jeffries and Brianna Brown at the helm.
Now while we're waiting for the second section, we have the boys 1600 results. Kevin Curry winning by 1 second over Cameron Hunter of Reedy, followed by Nick Hendricks of Wakeland. Wyatt Wingard grades the 4th spot, so Reedy will be picking up some big points, followed by Heritage's Josiah Asmarin, then Wakeland's Caden Mars, Stephen Armendariz,
and Steve Austin from Lone Star High School. Again, we're going to have the girls, the final event for the girls, and the final section for the girls, the 1600 meter relay. And let's watch out for our very own Brianna Brown on the 3rd handoff.
We've been able to see the sun rise and set here over Memorial Stadium with many great events, such as Brianna Brown earlier leading her team from a 6th place deficit to a 1st place finish in the 4x200 meter relay. And here they go. Heritage takes a great start over Independence. Liberty has some ground to make up now, along with Reedy and Lone Star. Here they come down the back end. Heritage now has their commanding lead. Their first runner is Andrea Lera Montiel.
It actually looks like Reedy has switched their runners for 3 and 4. Madison Jeffries seems to be the 3rd runner, and then we'll have Brianna Brown as the anchor for the Reedy High School Lions.
While we're waiting for them to take their own marks, we do see Heritage showing their dominance. A win in this event will seal the track for them.
Strong showing by Heritage, Liberty, and Reedy to hold on to the leads they have.
Good handoffs from all these schools. No stumbles yet.
Oh, great handoff. Very fluid by Reedy's Thalia Wilson to Jada Sleet. And you're going to see Reedy and Liberty both gain some ground on Heritage High School.
Now we see Liberty taking the lead over Heritage with their amazing handoff, as we said.
Jada Williams is the leader right there.
For Heritage, they have Samaya O'Neill, a great sprinter that we saw earlier, great distance runner too. Will she have enough in the tank after all the events that she's gone through today? It looks like she is overtaking 1st place right now, and it looks like our question has been answered.
And again, watch out for this 3rd leg. Madison Jeffries, an absolute monster of a runner, is going to be up against Suzanne Ramirez of Liberty, and then Caitlin Bradford of Heritage High School. But Heritage, once again, regaining the lead on that turn. Great job by them. Liberty High School and Reedy lagging behind right now. Oh, now we see Wakeland overtaking both Reedy and Liberty to get second place, and Heritage with a demanding lead right now. Madison Jeffries and Susan Ramirez looking to make up ground.
And here they go. Heritage again with a wide lead. Maybe there was a handoff issue, but Reedy starts to take back their second place spot. Let's see if they can give Brianna Brown enough time to do her magic. And here comes Heritage coming in with about a 40-meter lead. Now 50 over Reedy, Liberty, Wakeland, and Lone Star.
It'll be an absolute miracle if somehow Reedy can make up the distance and have Brianna Brown lead Reedy to a comeback against Heritage High School. The final runners that we're going to be looking towards, Brianna Brown, Nisi Kabongo of Liberty, and Summer Shepard of Heritage High School. Let's see what happens. Brianna Brown waiting.
Is the lead too big? But here she goes.
There we go, Brianna Brown.
Blasting through the start, followed by Lone Star, Wakeland, and Liberty.
Heritage High School expounding on their lead right now, and they're not stopping.
Their anchor, Summer Shepard, has been tearing it up right now, knowing what's at stake for the Coyotes. If they can win this, they will dominate every girls track event, winning the event for their school.
And it looks like no one's going to be able to catch up to her, but now watch out. Nisi Kamongo is going to be gaining ground on Brianna Brown.
Let's see if she can hold on to her lead. That gap is narrowing, and slowly the gap between first and second is narrowing, but Brianna Brown is now neck and neck with Kabongo as she starts to fall behind. Can she hold up?
And it looks like Nisi Kamongo is able to overtake Brianna Brown, so it's going to be Heritage first place, Liberty second place, and Brianna Brown and Reedy Lions getting the third place spot.
Still holding the podium spot. Great effort from Reedy. They're still high contenders with a second or third place finish in the team rankings.
And after this is over, we only have one event left. The boys 1600 meter relay. We're going to be doing two sections. Lebanon Trail, Memorial, and Wakeland is going to be heading one section. And then you're going to have Centennial High School, Heritage High School, Independence High School, Reedy High School, and finally it's going to be Liberty High School to round out, or Liberty and Lone Star High School to round out the second section. But in this first section, it's just going to be the boys that have the bottom three seeds going in.
Lebanon Trail 60, fourth place, Wakeland 63, third place, Reedy 74, second place, Liberty.
While they're setting up, we'll take a short break. Once again, thank you for watching the 2019 FISD District Track and Field Meet. I'm Peter Chung, and next to me, Eli Berg.
Heritage 89.
And we're back for the start of the boys 1600 meter relay. They off Memorial High School. You have Lebanon Trail and Wakeland along with them. Leading Memorial High School is going to be Lucas Villalobos, Wakeland High School, Colin Peak, and then Lebanon Trail, Rami Habas.
Now this is an interesting another three-team heat, and in my mind this will come down to the anchors. For Lebanon Trail, it is Aryan Rishi. For Wakeland, it is Jaden Hernason, and for Memorial, it is Sebastian Pasante. We do see a close race right now between Memorial and Wakeland, so we'll probably stay like that for the rest of this race.
strong showing by all of these runners, but now Wakeland taking a commanding lead, not a commanding but strong lead over Memorial right now off the turn. You're going to see Wakeland High School second runner Jack Mayer have an advantage on the inside edge against Memorial High School second runner Clayton Isaac. Natish Harpovit is going to be Lebanon Trails second runner as well. So be expecting of a very fast run by all three in order to get it to the final two runners of this section.
Lebanon Trail trying to make up all their ground. Memorial starts to slip behind Wakeland. Now the third leg is going to be crucial for all three of these teams. For Wakeland, we will see Johnny Breeden. For that's Memorial. For Wakeland, we will see Chase Wainwright. And for Lebanon Trail, we will see Jonah Johnson.
And here's the handoff. And perfect handoff by Wakeland High School. They blast off. Great job by Chase Wainwright in order to have that, in order to expound on that lead. Lebanon Trail, a lot of ground to cover up. But Memorial trying to at least stay close in order to get it to their anchor, Sebastian Pizzante. But also you have a strong runner in Jaden Hirnyson of Wakeland, who's getting ready to hand it off.
Wakeland held the lead in their qualifying in this heat with a time of 3:41.06. But Memorial right behind them with 3:41.41. But as that starts to separate, the Section 2, our attention turns to because the qualifying times were 3:33 or less, which is about 8 seconds less than Wakeland's qualifying time.
Yep. And you also have Heritage High School who had a time of 3:25.65, which is absolutely insane. But now here's the final handoff.
Here they go. The anchors are off. Memorial's got some ground to make, and they start to blast off that starting line.
Lebanon Trail obviously struggling now, but they're going to try to at least make up and try to get a personal best time. It's all about Wakeland and Memorial right now. Memorial very, very strong right off the gate. Great job by Sebastian Pisante in trying to hold on to any kind of link they have with Wakeland right now. But Wakeland holding on to that lead, and it doesn't seem like they'll let go in this last turn. And now you're going to see this final straight. It's going to be Sebastian Pisante chasing Wakeland's Jaden Hirnyson, and Jaden Hirnyson is going to finish very, very well.
The eye is on the clock right now. They will definitely smash their qualifying time, but the question is by how much. It looks like they got about 3.5 minutes on their time there, breaking it by 11 seconds.
Great job by them. Memorial, same thing. They broke their record from qualifiers by about 8 seconds, so strong showing by all of them.
Now all three schools have finished. We're about ready to start off our final race of the day and wrap up here for the second section of the boys 4x400 meter relay. It is Centennial starting off by Jack Brooks, Independent starting off by Terry Smith, Heritage starting off by Derek Stevens, Liberty by Jocelyn Ferguson, Lone Star by Adrian Chege, and Reedy by Miles Daniels.
And right now, in their qualifying times, Heritage and Liberty had a 1 second difference. So this is going to be the biggest matchup you're going to find between Heritage and Liberty High School.
And the results from the girls 4x400 relay, Heritage wins it with 3:59, Liberty behind them by 4 seconds, then Reedy with 4:05, then Lone Star, Wakeland, Frisco, Lebanon Trail, and Memorial will round that out. Now they're getting set, getting onto the blocks, warming up. And here we go, our final race of the day. Thank you all for watching the Frisco Sports Network. It's been a pleasure to bring this all to you. And here we go. And they're off. Reedy gets an early start. They take their lead from the outside. But in lane 2, we see Centennial try to make up that ground on Independence, Terry Smith.
Watch out for Heritage. They're lagging behind Liberty. Liberty doing a great job. Their first runner is going to be Jocelyn Ferguson. He's unbelievable, doing an unbelievable job of getting off the first turn. Liberty a lead. Heritage once again lagging behind right now. We'll see how they do.
Now this will come to the anchors of our middle lanes there in lanes 4 and 5, Heritage and Liberty. In lane 4, we will see Dylan Evans take this baton, and in Liberty, we'll see Anthony Ortiz, so it's going to be really tight between those two.
Right now, Liberty and Reedy in the lead.
Miles Daniels did a great job taking that outside track to his advantage. Just ran a 49.
Now we have Liberty High School with a strong handoff. Heritage High School coming back. The second runner for Heritage High School is going to be Marcus Freeman. Strong by him. He's going to be trying to pass Liberty High School, and it looks like he's getting closer and closer. Reedy High School now lagging behind, followed by followed by Independence, then Centennial, and then Lone Star.
Here they come in hot. It's going to be tight coming into the home stretch of the second leg between Liberty and Heritage. With Reedy in third place, Independence not too far behind in fourth, followed by Centennial.
We see Liberty High School maintaining that lead from the first leg. Let's see how well they do now.
And here they go. Great handoff from Heritage as he tries to catch him. Running for Heritage right now is Kyle Bradford. And for Liberty is Andrew Ashmore, one of our sprinters we saw earlier, trying to keep a steady gap between the two as he starts to open it up. Just about 2 minutes gone in our relay now, over halfway through,
and you can
we
see
have a
there's
clear
full
first and
sprinting
second.
all the way down.
This is a 400-meter sprint with the added element of the baton, so anything can happen at any point in this race.
Liberty maintaining that lead. Heritage trying to catch up. Heritage's third runner, Kyle Bradford, doing as much as he can to make it easier for his anchor, Dylan Evans.
Like I said, it all comes down to the anchors. Dylan Evans has fought hard in every event he's been in. This is his last one.
And Jaden Hogado brings Centennial back to contention for third place with Independence High School.
Looked to be a little slip up on the handoff for Heritage as Liberty starts to expand.
And then you have, for Liberty High School, their anchor is going to be Anthony Ortiz. For Heritage, Dylan Evans. For Independence, Brock Jackson. And for Centennial, Mark Whittle.
Now the men's standings and team total scores are closer than what we saw in the women's events, where this could be for the entire meet overall. Here they go, the anchors.
Heritage is catching up. Heritage is catching up.
Here they come down the final stretch.
Dylan Evans
And there
surpasses
he goes.
Liberty High School.
Can he just hold on to that last little bit? Heritage is excited on the field as Dylan Evans overtakes Liberty and wins it for the Heritage Coyotes.
And you have Independence in third place, Centennial with Mark Whittle getting fourth place, followed by Lone Star, and finally Reedy High School. That's going to be our final race of the day, and what a race it was. Once again, Heritage, then Liberty, then Independence, and then Centennial.
So we're going to wait until we see our final standings with official times and final team standings. But overall, what a great race between all these schools participating in every event. And with that, if Liberty would have held on, they would have ended up finishing first in total team scores. But the last second effort of Dylan Evans will cement Heritage as winning the entire event. Congratulations to Dylan Evans and the Heritage Relay team.
Heritage very proud of that moment. You could see all of their teammates cheering on Dylan Evans in his final stretch. Evans, unbelievable runner, securing first place for Heritage in both boys and girls team standings. Liberty getting second place in the 4x400 meter relay, followed by Independence High School and then Centennial High School. Lone Star fifth place, and strong showing by all of these schools.
Once again, congratulations to all these amazing athletes and all their achievements. We will have that trophy presentation for all of them and the podiums, our official standings, and the final team scores once they are updated as soon as possible. But we do have the girls' finals after their 1,600 meter relay. In first place finishes the Heritage Coyotes with 159 points. Second place goes to Liberty with 111. Third place to Wakeland with 101. Fourth to Reedy with 98. Fifth to Lone Star with 52. Sixth to Memorial with 42. 7th to Frisco with 32. 8th to Centennial with 9, along with Independence also with 9. And finishing in 10th place is Lebanon Trail with 7 points.
And a little tidbit for you guys. This is going to be Heritage's 3rd year in a row winning the track meet. 4th year in a row winning the track meet for Frisco ISD. Great showing by them. They've been unbelievable over this couple of days in order to secure all these points, and they fully deserve to be the first place team on the standings. And we'll be back after a short break once the podium is announced for the boys 4x400 meter relay. And once again, thank you for watching the Frisco Sports Network, the 2019 FISD track and field meet. I'm Peter Chung, alongside me, Eli Burke. We'll be back once the podium is announced.
We need Independence 4x400 meter relay to the podium.
As we'd like to welcome everyone back to our coverage here on the Frisco Sports Network, our final standings for the 4x400 meter relay for the boys track goes to Heritage in first place with a 3:23.16, Liberty in second with a 3:24.33, Wakeland with a 3:29.69, followed by Independence, Centennial, Lone Star, Memorial, and Reedy.
And Centennial doing a solid job maintaining their place in the top at least 6 of Frisco, but right now all eyes are on Heritage High School for getting first place on this relay. Second place goes to Liberty High School. Third will go to Wakeland, and we'll see Independence as well in fourth place.
And the final totals will be announced very momentarily.
Memorial 42, 5th place, Lone Star 52, Reedy 98, 3rd place, Wakeland 101, 2nd
While our PA announcer is announcing the girls' scores, which we went over just a few moments ago, we are awaiting the totals for the boys' scores to see who will be taking home the trophies and moving on to area. Congratulations to Heritage Girls Track once again becoming district champions for the 4th time consecutively. I think it's safe to say they have built a dynasty.
Absolutely, and it's all thanks to all their coaches training them well, but you see them celebrating deservedly on the podium right now.
We are still awaiting our boys' scores very shortly. Once again, congratulations to Heritage. It looks like Heritage also won the boys' event, but congratulations to them. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for these past 2 days. It's been so much fun to bring you all these events for the 2019 Frisco ISD District Track and Field Meet. For the Frisco Sports Network, on all of us, and Peter Jung joining me, I'm Eli Burke. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Good night.
Congratulations, and we've got 6th place Independence 57, 5th place Lebanon Trail 60, Reedy 4th place 74, 3rd place Wakeland 75, 2nd place Liberty 92, and the winner for the varsity boys division goes to Heritage High School 109. Congratulations. Also, coaches, we need your help clearing the field. Also, fans, thank you for coming out, and have a safe drive home, and we'll see you next time. And congratulations to all these athletes that competed, and good luck to the ones that's going on